You acquired key to Red Eye Jail, visited a plague village, and defeated the dreaded Manticore. I didn't. Well, I mean, I didn't visit, but this looks about right. I don't think I didn't visit necessarily, but I think we should be good. Da 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 da. Got a whole lovely Monty Python vibe there. That was the Holy Grail. That's what I'm thinking of. The Monty Python Holy Grail. Da 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 da. Whatever. The crown of kings has been stolen by the Archmage and taken across the backlands of places. Remember, we just make up words because we can't or don't really want to say them. You have been sent to get it back. Should you fail, the whole of this place will surely fall. Then the flash and the kind of weird flashy what the flash. Oh god, we're starting off and I'm already stumbling on everything. Come on, brain. Come on, tongue. We can do this. From the outpost settlement in Analand, you crossed the Shibriri Hills. Along the way, you faced a prank trickster elves, explored an abandoned city of giants, and fought and killed a dreaded manticore. You faced cruel twists of fate and disease. Not really. But, alright. I'll take it, sure. To survive, you used your blade often, and your intelligence frequently. But, always acted cautiously, with honor and compassion. Your spirit guide changed as you changed, becoming the gorilla. But now all that seems a distant memory, for you approach Carré. Founded on a ford... Ford tough. Founded on a ford in the river, on a river, Carré, because it's got a little dash above the E, Carré, was once a camp for the pirates who ambushed merchants sailing from Lake Gloomy to the sea. But the camp grew. It became a village. The village became a town, and now Carré is a magnet for ne'er-do-wells and thieves, ruled over by a council of villains. It can't be avoided. You won't go around it if you would go around it if you could, but on the far side of the North Gate, the only entrance to the backlands and the next stage of your journey. North Gate, the only entrance. Yeah. For the good of the kingdom, you must enter the city port of Traps and make it out alive. Hinkley presents Sorcery 2. Sorcery Boogaloo. Alright. I think we're in a pretty good spot, mind you. We got some cash, we got some rations, although I should probably stock up on a couple more of those. We got some cool items. We can make a couple giants. It's gonna be fun. Let's take a look at the map for a second here. All right, I thought I could use the arrow keys or WASD, but no, it's click and drag. Look at that. I love the effect that they've done on this. I still love the effect where it kind of bulges out for certain places. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. So let's take a look here. There are the docks. There's a bridge. Oh. Okay, well, I have a feeling... Okay, well, that bridge looks like it's the only place to cross. Maybe the docks will take me somewhere. but looking at it right now, what the hell is that? That's a temple of some kind? And that's our exit. That's where we're headed to. And that's the red quarter. Ew. So what? Necropolis? Oh no, we're going through a cemetery. But it looks like we're going to be choosing our directions. Festival of Thieves? Oh, that's a cute little festival. Well, we've had our fill of festivals previously. But we go up, all the way here, back to the docks, cross the bridge, then go around. Shame we can't just climb up the mountain here. Or hillside. But then we'd go down and around. This is going to be quite the adventure. Twilight already. The great city of Carré has loomed large on the horizon all day, but has been slow to reach, the path tracing great loops back and forth through deep and narrow pass. We walk on, though. You have not seen a living soul since you left Svin, after you killed that manticore. Oh, we're such heroes. So you are naturally cautious when you round the bend in the path and see a beggar crouching low against a rock, muttering to himself. You stop out of sight behind an outcrop, but the beggar does not look like much of a threat. I don't know. Well, I always like to wait and watch. Just take a look. You watch in silence. The beggar is an unfortunate soul. His head twitches from one side to the other every few minutes, and he mutters and murmurs to himself, "They're hiding in the rocks, sir. Hiding in the rocks." Ooh. Hiding in the rocks. Maybe that's an indication that he sees me. I'm going to try and slip past. Oh, there's no way to go around him in the narrow pass, but you determine to keep your head low and move quickly. He does not notice you until your shadow crosses his face. Oh, you gotta make sure the shadow doesn't cross people. When he leaps to his feet, drawing a short stick from inside his cloak. "Who goes there?" he demands. "What's your business in Carré?" I'm a traveler. The man pokes his stick at you. "A traveler? Traveling where?" Through. Just to the Backlands. "The Backlands?" He looks quite surprised. "And what is in the Backlands?" He prods harder. "Answer me, or you'll face the consequences." What consequences? "Better you don't find out," he replies darkly. "I am the city guard. No one enters Carré except through me. And then, despite his age and clearly ill health, he comes at you, waving his stick. I'm not gonna fight you. I won't fight you," you tell him. You're unarmed. He waves the stick close to your face, jabbing a few times, but you push the point aside. "No, get that out of my face. No, come on. I think you poked something. It smells. Yeah. All right, then. We'll settle this fairly." He tosses the stick to one side and raises his fist. The knuckles are blackened with scabs. Oh, ew. No, I'm still not gonna fight you, sir. I will absolutely kill you. I still won't fight you. I mean it. Seriously, stop it. You maybe it's not the stick that smells, you smell. The beggar makes a short... Oh, wow, he took 2 stamina from me? Short braying noise like a laugh, and then lamps you in the nose. It is surprisingly painful, and is readying another swing. I'm just gonna... No. I can hit him back. Alright, fine. Punch me in the face. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Good old 3.6. Oh, shit. Ow. Oh, God. God, you hit me in the nose again. And Beggar's not a powerful opponent. You should be able to easily overpower him. So you start with a hard swing, except medium hit is likely to win, but offers some defense and saves power from the next. Alright, the beggar still got me. Fucking hell. Boo. Here, let me kick you in the face this time. We'll swing back. You know what? Let's go with another boom. punch him in the face. You sit. I'll leave you with lumps. Alright, block this one because I need a little bit of... bit of power there. And then... boop! Just kick him again in the nose. Oh, God. Alright, yeah, my bad. I lost 3 stamina for that. Ow. You roll your sleeves back down. Alright, then, he murmurs in the ground. Well, at least it didn't stab him. Weakly waving a hand. You may pass. Alright, I'm gonna at least help him up. Holding out a hand, you help him upright. He sits up and dusts down his tattered clothes. A gray cloak that that was once a uniform. He is shivering. The evening is drawing in, and it must be cold out here. You don't have any food, do you? Here you go. And here. You rummage in your pack and pull out a hunk of bread and cheese. Here, I have a ration. The man grabs it and eats it gleefully, like a wild dog. Wild dog? He murmurs and grumbles himself as he does so. Alright, well, farewell. Farewell, he tips his head at you. Get on with you. It's a lovely introduction to the town here. It's such a nice greeter. It was like a terrible Walmart. The path winds through gorse and thick grass. Oh, gorse? Gorse? Yeah. Anyway, thick grass. Ah! Not again. Carre squats in the basin in the hills like a stagnant, festering pool. It turns one corner, then another, and then the stone walls of the city loom over you. Well, I have a key, so I should be good. Before the entrance is a wide, open area that will take a few minutes to cross. You should scramble up the slope to get a better view of the wall. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You scramble up the slope for a better view of the wall. It is formed of staggering man-sized stone blocks. Lovely. Held together with gallons and gallons of mud and loam dredged from the base of the river. It curves away in both directions, unbroken except for the gate. Then you see something that stops you in your tracks. There is a guard posted in the basement above the gate, watching you clearly. Watch the archer. You keep watching. The guard above the gate looks this way and that, but doesn't shift from his position. Alright, down into the pass. I don't need to run for it. There is nothing else for it. You put up a hand and call out. The archer lifts a hand to shield his eyes against the sun. Who goes there? He bellows. Friend or foe? Friends. You cry. Oh, is that so? The archer shouts back. Then what's the watchword? The guard sees your hesitation at the question, cocks an arrow, and waits to see what you will do. Shit. I thought I meant friend as... I thought I meant friend as in just not hostile. Waiting isn't great. Run across wouldn't be great either. Sure. Yes? You will have to guess unless the gorilla can aid you. I'm just gonna guess. There is nothing for it but to guess. You cup your hands to your mouth, ready to call. Sure, this one that doesn't sound quite bad. Yeah. Jabaji, I think. The guard considers this for a moment, then looses his arrow. Presumably, you are not correct. Thankfully, you are far out of range. The guard takes careful sight. Meant to say... Shyamalan? Ow, okay. That actually hurt. The guard loses patience and fires with a stronger shot straight at your position. You dash forward to avoid the bolt, but he reloads quick. The next arrow, thud, in the mud. Okay, just keep running. Just keep running. You pull the arrow free and keep running until you are cover against the wall. From overhead, the guard is cursing loudly. You have only moments, most likely, before he comes down to the basement and warns his fellows. I have a key. God damn, this is not a great place. Oh, yeah, unlock the key. The south gate stands before you. It is as tall as 2 men and would be broad enough to ride 3 horses through, if only it were open. But instead, it is locked, and there is no other way into the city. Luckily, of course, you have a key, which I will use right now. Click, 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 click. You quickly remove the key from your pack and slip it into the lock. The tumblers click as the key turns. Go in, go in. You ease open the door, peering cautiously inside. There is no one about. You slip through the gate, and it slams shut behind you. Key still in the lock. Well, shit. Whoever the next ruffian to visit Carré may be, he'll be grateful for the little gift. You pause just inside the shadow of the gate. There are no guards about. At least, none that you can see. But the guard from the basement would have told someone that he saw you. So it is only a matter of time. To your left is a low stone building with metal bars for windows, which is a prison, probably. Duck behind the building. Hurry out of the yard. I'm going to at least duck. You know what? Hurry out of the yard. Just keep walking. The stride quickly away from the gate, but you were only half to the road when 2 soldiers come across the corner from the left. Strong expert hands grab your wrists. You are dragged, pulled, and forced into the low building. Shit. The door of the stone building is slammed, and the lock turns over behind you. You look around. The walls are stone and the windows are barred. A bench against one wall is the only piece of furniture where an old man sits. He is dressed in dirty robes and seems in a sorry state. Yeah. Oh, there's even a rat. I guess I could just say hi. You step towards the shadowy bench. Hey, old dude. He ignores you. He is concentrating hard on something on the ground, just in front of him. A collection of small stones, scattered as though for fortune-telling. After a moment, he gathers them up and tosses them again. You notice that his other hand is missing completely. The left sleeve of his tunic hangs limp by his side. I'm going to just look at the stones. You step over to peer at his stones, but he snatches them quickly in his palm. If you want to play, he says, defensively, then you have to bet. Play what? Why, the man replies, with a shark-like grin. Swindlestone, of course. Swindlestones? Stranger in town. Don't know how to play? Better and better. He shows you one of his stones. It is a strange 4-valued die. Sit. He pats the bench beside him with his one hand. Play. We can talk while I beat you. All right. I mean, you should have taught me the rules, but I can probably figure it out. Oh, yep, he only has one hand. The old man drops 4 die into your palm and sweeps away a patch of dust in the bench for you to play. I'll go first, he says, waving his hands. Show you how it's done. The game is simple. We roll and bet on what comes up. For instance, I might start and bet that between us we have rolled at least 2 ones. Oh. So it's Pirates of the Caribbean. That one cup game. But we don't know what's on the table. So I'm guessing, you know what? I'm going to say I'm going to say 2 4s. Did you hear my last bid? That's a clue, at least. Unless I was trying to mislead you, of course. 3 3s. Were you? 4 1s. I'm not falling for your innocence. Call. Only 3 1s. The old man wins the round. Okay. Cute. Oh, and I lose a die for it. Oh. Simple. Okay. So what's your name? One 4. Doomed. Have you seen the room prices in Kare? No, I suppose you haven't. 2 2s. Two 4s. They don't lock anyone up for long. More's the pity. 3 2s. You know what? I'm gonna call that. Ha-ha! Only 2 2s. That's my round. Right, this is fun. So, where are you headed then? You get out of here? Oh, when I get out of here. I'm going to say, yeah, the Backlands. 2 4s. The Backlands, but there's nothing there. Oh, fucking call that. Oh, shit! It's hard to read an NPC. God damn it, that has no voice. I'll start with bid 1 1. Doomed. I'll erase that. I bid 1 4. 2 3s. You know what? 3 3s. Call. Shit. Oh, I knew he didn't have a second 3. Damn it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna lose this. Let me see. 1 5. No, 1 4. 2 4s. Call. Aha! There are 2 4s. Roll once again. I might come back from this. 1 1. 1 2. The odds of that are pretty good. But you know what? I'm gonna call it. You don't have... Ah, fuck. Well, I lost. That's the game, the old man says, with a beaming smile, and you lost. The old man pockets his dice once more and stretches back, cheerful at his victory. I thought you were a bit slow. Thanks for the game, though. That was fun. Thanks for the game, you say, standing up once more. I see that I still have a little to learn. The pleasure was mine, the old man says, putting his dice back into his pocket. He leans back against the stonework and hums quite quietly to himself. I guess we can talk to the guy. You take a seat at the other bench from the old man, who's fussing with an empty sleeve. Tell me how I can escape from this place? It's simple enough, he replies. In a day or two, guards will let you out. Once they have decided you're not an enemy, they just take a while to consider one of the mages. To counsel one of the mages. And if I don't want to wait? And if I don't... the old man shrugs. Then you cast a spell and get that door open. Oh, I could cast a spell and do that. You are a sorcerer, aren't you? I hope I haven't got locked up with a normal. You stand from the bench once more. He's right, though. I could use that knock spell, or not knock, but I could use the spell to open the door. I'll be honest, I only got one ration. Trying to escape is probably a stupid idea. No, I'm a person that would wait. I'm in no hurry. Well, yeah, I am in a hurry. You settle down to wait. Hours pass, but the guards do not return. Night falls, and you stretch out on the floor to rest. No doubt, when the guards come in the morning, you'll be able to persuade them of your innocence. You've already eaten today, so you're quite comfortable. Soon, you are feeling sleepy. Across the room, the old man is already dozing, or pretending to doze, wrapped in his rags. Can you afford to sleep? What if he attacks you overnight? Or what if the guards come? You know what? He seems okay. I'm gonna just sleep. I need to. Got punched in the face a couple times and bloodied my nose. Goddamn need a rest. You shake away your fears. If something happens, you'll simply have to wake up. But for now, you put your head down and try to rest. Dream a little dream for me. Your dreams, when they come, are of the wall. Like a towering monster, drenched in moss and slime. The gate is wide open. Its wide open maw. Meanwhile, the other armed prisoner throws the knuckles of his missing hand into the bench over and over, calling unendlessly to himself. And it is as though you can see the crown sitting in the dust on the far side of the north gate, so close and yet out of reach. The next morning. Come sunrise, you feel better for the night under shelter. As you wake, you hear the sound of the door. The guards! They must be satisfied that you're no threat. And they open the door and shove you and the old man out into the morning sunshine. Alright, I won't miss you, the old man declares as he strides away. You watch him walk off, and he reminds you of your suspicions as to his honesty. I'm going to check my bag just to make sure. Your distrust turns to certainty, and you check your pack. It's hard to be sure exactly, but searching through, the giant's tooth seems to have gone, oh man, I lost a tooth? You shout after the old man to slow down, but he is some way ahead now, and has reached another junction and turned right. At the end of the yard, the road splits. Looking left, you see the guard lined up in rows, running drills. Best not to head that way. To the right, the road leads towards the first building of Kare. Oh, so it doesn't want me to... yeah. Alright, just, you know what? You shouldn't go that way. Alright. I guess we lost another tooth then. I still got a couple. You follow the road away from the yard along the bottom of a cliff edge. I'm gonna look up. Always look up. You never know what might be up above trying to jump on you. You know, drop bears and all that. Kare is built on a series of natural steps. Or, steps. Steeps. Steppes? Looks wrong, but it probably is. In the past, the river flooded every autumn, drenching the land and keeping it fertile. But since the city was raised and the river dammed, the floods have stopped. Now the trees look thin and skeletal, and the soil underfoot is like dust. Suddenly, something erupts from the tree line overhead and rolls down the slopes just in front of you. It's a body. Keep back for a second there. You hang back, watching as the body, a black elf, by the looks of it, bumps and batters its way down the slope and lands in a rough heap. I'm gonna check. You okay, sir? You get closer and check the corpse. Oh, it is dead. Okay. It's pretty clearly dead, though whether it was dead before being thrown down the cliff is impossible to tell. No, I mean, I'll just take a look through the body. You waste no time, but hurry over and search the corpse's pockets. There is no gold to be had, but it does have a strange black mask strapped to the back of its head. Ooh, take the fucking mask. I think that's a spell thing. You unstrap the black face mask from the elf and slip it into your pack. There's nothing more to be done. I mean, you can probably, put him off to the side of the road. You want to make sure that the carts don't run him over. There's nothing more to be done. You're too late to help, after all. You continue along the path. You pass an inn, closed up for the day, before reaching a crossroads. Ooh, crossroads. Actually, before we do... Ooh, a dolphin! Let me look at this. It's also... Oh, wait a minute. Now I know. I remember why. I remember why there wasn't any music. Because I muted it for the end of... for the end of that one... For the end of the talking. So now I know why there's... It's so quiet. Anyway, going back... to... Not that. There we are! Gak. You got a black face mask. Casting this spell while wearing a black face mask will create a terrible fear within another's mind. Brave creatures will suffer a cold sweat, while cowardly ones will reduce to cowering jelly. Alright, so that's basically a very good intimidation. Alright. You reach a junction where 3 roads begin. These are the outskirts of Carré. Hut buildings like beggars on either side of the tracks leading uphill into the city port. Let's take a look around. It must be clear to everyone around that you are a stranger in these parts. Oh good, they know I'm a tourist. In a city of thieves, that's just great. The city's inhabitants, multitude of malevolent creatures who would kill for the laces of your boots, turn to watch you as they pass. You are sport, a figure to be jostled and robbed, and one who will most likely fall prey to the strange, elaborate system of traps laid across Carré by the early settlers to protect themselves from one another. Alright, look at the paths. Oh god, this is... Please don't pickpocket me. There are more people here than you've seen in a long time. You cast an eye across the faces, wondering if they can tell the good, honest soul from the thieves and murderers. You see no sight of the old man from the prison. He has scampered already. He is scarpered? No, it's yeah, whatever. Look to my left. You see a group of scruffy youngsters walking up the road with packs on their back. Alright, let's look ahead. Ahead is the main road for the center of Carré, its surface rutted from cartwheels. Further in the distance, you see a fields. It is the route taken by supply wagons to the docks. That's pretty straightforward. To the right, you can catch a glimpse of the old man disappearing into the hut, a little further up the track. The business of this place is confusing, but you will have to simply strike out. The north gate awaits. Just at the moment, a cart rolls down the road from the right and careens about the corner to take the main track ahead. On its back are stacked several crates, one teetering for a moment, then falls near your feet, its lid cracking open. Yeah, I mean, hey, dude, dropped something. You wave for the driver to stop, but they do not see you. The cart rattles away up the road. You notice a purple liquid leaking from the side of the crate. Oh, what the fuck? Kneeling down in the mud, you pierce open the crate with your fingers. Inside, a pile of smashed bottles. Thick purple liquid swirls around, littered with shards of glass. Yummy. There are perhaps 4 bottles still intact, but you recognize the smell. It is Blimberry, a potion that with healing properties. I'll just take these. You take all the bottles, wipe them clean as best you can on the grass nearby, and put them into your pack. A lucky find indeed. Please don't think I stole stuff from them. Alright, So, we have options. We have a pretty direct, well, maybe not direct enough way forward. I feel cautious about going through the actual town here, but I think it probably would be best, especially if I was to find a shop or something. Going over this way, I'm kind of not interested in going through a festival of thieves. That's just asking to be pickpocketed and everything, although that outbuilding looks kind of interesting. And this way right here kind of just looks uneventful. Probably for the best, but I think we're just going to go through the normal here. We're just going to go through town, see if we can find some stores, buy some rations. You follow the children with backpacks up the road. Homes, hovels line the track, and strange faces appear at the windows, watching you as you pass. Then, from around the bend up ahead, a troop of guards appears. I just keep my head down. You walk on, keeping your head turned low, but you can't hide your physical strength or your confidence. Hey, you! One of the guards grabs you by the arm. Don't I know your face from somewhere? I don't think so. He doesn't give up easily. Weren't you in the guardhouse last night? Perhaps, but I'm free now. You just watch yourself, he hisses, or the red eyes will cut out your tongue. Oh, goody, the red eyes. Yes, we remember them. Then the guard patrol troops off down the street. Trops, whatever. You breathe a deep sigh of relief. A pleasant herbal smell drifts from the doorway of a nearby hut. Ooh. Nah, let's keep going. Although, noted, red eyes might be like the secret police or a very, very hidden thieves guild. Well, at least we have a key to something. If the red eyes do catch us, hopefully we'll be able to escape. We have a backup just in case, but I'm going to try and keep a level head here, not steal too much. Or much at all. I mean, those potions, sure, that was probably the most risky I'm probably going to take. You continue up the narrow road. It is packed either side with mud brick hovels, but most are deserted. A few creatures pass by, heads turned down. They do not look at you. This part of the city port is barely habited. You should be safe enough to pass through quickly. You pass a drinking fountain, dribbling water into the chipped stone bowl. No one wants to talk, and I don't want to drink from a fountain in the middle of a not-so-great place. The water system might not be that great. I'm just going to keep going. I don't want dysentery. You leave the fountain untested and continue up the road. Look, I'm just looking for a store. If I can find a shop. This part of town feels abandoned, like the drying strip of sand left behind by a falling tide. A little further on, the road approaches the first stone building you have seen since the hut by the gates. It has windows of glass. Ooh, fancy! Someone has glass windows in this time. Ooh! And a wide yard. Inside its uneven high wall. Whoever lives here is wealthy and undeservedly cautious. Oh, understandably cautious. Undeservedly. That's some of those were words. They have, however, left a fine stallion only loosely tied up outside. Well, I can just say hi to the horse. Hey, horsey. You approach the horse. It snorts nervously, wary of your presence. You might be able to calm it, or even talk to it, with the correct spell. Ooh, correct spell, you say? I'm pretty sure we have something. Lol, spell, non-intelligent attacking creatures, lets casting control of the attacker. No. Sus. Caster Suspicion. Jig, we don't have any of those. Yob, keep those in our back pockets. Ooh, medical potion. What the hell, Doc? Potion while the spell is active. Heal any creature who drinks them. The potions may be used by the caster, but will not bring a being that has actually died back to life. Okay, so I've got 4 usefuls of Doc. That's not bad. Does creature dud packs bunny? Ooh, try and remember dubbed here, because that might be very useful. Oh, and I think I have a pebble still. Not sure. Fall, dim, fog, mud, things. Ooh. Read the mind. No, we can't read minds. Just want to check, just in case. Can't really do much of anything. And then there's Zed. Oh, sorry, horsey, we can't talk. Alright. Well, I mean, not with a spell, at least. You try a few words, the common tongue, and then a few whispered in the more gentle language of your girlhood of Chawberry. Girlhood? In Chawberry Wood. The animal listens with the ears cocked, giving you a strange, distant look. But of course it does. It's a horse. It's a goddamn horse. Still, it appears calmer in the presence. Now, perhaps you have made a friend. Alright. Good horsey. I'm not going to steal you, but good horsey. Don't become glue. You do not need a horse in Carré anyway, so you step away from the horse and leave it to itself. I mean, yeah, you definitely don't need a horse. I mean, you can just kind of look at the house. I'm not going to go in. Oh, shit. You step through the gate in the house into its wide front yard. It was once a magnificent place with fish ponds, now stagnant and floating, fountains, now cracked and dry, and small groups of quiet trees, now overgrown and gnarled, like whispering old men. The building itself has fared no better. One side has collapsed in on itself completely, and the other leans perilously to one side. I did not expect it to go into this. That's kind of cool. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a side building. Look in the trees, approach the building, look at the fountain. You know, let's just take a peek through the trees and then we'll head to the front. You pause to look around in the trees and shrubs, and that's when you notice the 2 gleaming eyes staring back at you. A giant bat hangs upside down one of the branches, watching you. Just keep walking by, don't worry about giant. Oh, crap. You hold the bat's stare for another moment, then walk on. But the rustling in the leaves behind you is pretty clear, and you spin around in time to see the creature coming for you with its talons drawn. You draw your sword quickly and engage the creature. Stupid bat. Stabby. Creature stabby again. Oh, that's actually a pretty tough bat. Swinging cautiously. Stupid bat. Do about another. It's not very strong though, so I was able to do pretty okay with that. You turn to face the house one. Oh wait, no. Another chance. And yeah, it goes dark. You turn to face the house once more. Stupid bat. Front door is wide as 2 men and stands imposingly sealed. A small path winds around the back of the house. Well, if I go to the back of the... Alright, let's zoom out. Zoom out. Oh, I could cut through, but I don't want to. I want to go up through there eventually. I could leave, too. Knock on the door. You stride up to the steps of the door of the guardhouse. Of the grand house. Hello? Louder. You knock on the door a second time. As you wait to see if you will be answered, you notice a curious detail. There are deep grooves carved into the wood of the door. radiating outwards from the keyhole. It's as though something had exploded out through it, or perhaps attached itself to the outside to force its way in through the lock. A slate skitters off the roof and smashes itself on the ground on one side of you. Can I look through the keyhole? Can I peek? You drop to your knees and put your eye to the keyhole. At first you can see nothing, and then the darkness inside begins to take shape. You take out a you make out. No, I don't take out a hallway. I'm no home designer, although this would be very nice for it. You make out a long, lonely hallway running back into the house. The walls are lined with framed pictures, and the surfaces with expensive ornaments. It doesn't look like the house has been emptied at all. A wooden rail runs along the inside of the hallway. Try the door. Alright, you try the door. Locked, of course. A cool wind moves through the trees in the yard, making evil whispering sounds. Alright, I'm not breaking and entering, so I'm just gonna go. You turn around and go back down the steps. This place is ruined and old and has no doubt been robbed of its treasure 100 times. At best, it's a spider pit. At worst, a tomb. Oh, well, we can take a look at the fountain. Just head over into the... Ooh, I gained some health. A fountain by the door is sitting bubbling. Cupping your hands, you drink a deep mouthful and feel much better. I don't know why I would drink from that. Okay. So I can leave. Yeah, you know what? We'll go back out the front here. Then we'd learn it's a house full of werewolves or something. You head through the front yard of the ruined house and out into the main street. The horse at the post whinnies and shakes its mane. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I play this entire series again and play it as a thief, like roleplay that way, because right now I'm kind of roleplaying it as myself, like I'm not trying to cause trouble, I'm just trying to move on, do my main thing. But if I was like, oh, I'm going to steal this, I'm going to steal that, I'm going to take this, take that, I would absolutely want to go into this house. You follow the road past the grand house. A side road appears in the left. I'll just take a look. Looking left, you see an arch, and beyond that, a wide yard. As you watch, a guardsman walks past. Alright, so that's a guard tower. Or guard barracks, I would say. Not a tower, but, alright. Keep walking. I'm walking. Yeah, baby, I'm walking. I'm walking. As you press on up the road, you notice the huts either side are getting smaller. The roadway is now bustling with dwarves and other small fellows. It seems, from the contemptuous look, I think that's contemptuous looks, you are receiving that the inhabitants of this sub-hamlet are not kindly disposed towards human-sized outsiders. Walk on my knees. I don't want to be insulting. Just keep going. You walk on, smiling down the path, smiling down at the people you pass. You reach the middle of the dwarven ghetto, a small square with a gentle store off to one side. Further up the street, you see a small crowd gathering around two scuffling creatures. Well, let's go check out the store. Oh, that looks like a thing. You duck your head to squeeze through the doorway of the dwarven store. The proprietor is a stocky type of advanced years who okay, he's an old short dude, okay, who peers at you through a pair of bottle glasses. Ooh, Coke or Pepsi, it doesn't matter. Spectacles balanced on a long and gnarled nose. You're not a dwarf, he observes. Yeah, no shit. Hey, can I have a look around? Take a look at what you've got here? The dwarf shrugs. Well, look away. If you got enough room to turn that big empty head of yours. You browse the shelves. Some provisions. Yes. Okay. 3 gold pieces per meal. Looks like 4 meals. I'll buy 2. That's kind of expensive, but I think 3 will take it. Honeycomb, of beeswax. Small vial of dust. What are these gauntlets? You notice 2 kinds of gauntlets on sale in the shop. Chainmail ones and leather ones. 5 gold pieces for either. The dwarf remarks, helpfully. Chainmail is hard to make, but leather is harder to come by. There seems to be nothing either else to distinguish between them, and since you only have 1 pair of hands, well, here's the thing. Do you know, which one should I buy? The dwarf looks at you and thinks for a moment, and stuff, considering the character. Leather, he says, eventually. Of course, whether you can trust him. You know what? Yeah, I'll buy the leather. Thank you so much. You your hand over 5 gold pieces and place the leather gauntlets onto your wrist. You suddenly feel more skillful and proficient with your sword arm. But is that sensation an illusion? You can't be sure. Alright. Thank you so much. Darn that beeswax. The beeswax taunts me again. That's enough for me. The dwarf nods. Pleasure doing business with ya, he replies. You head back into the sunlight and stretch to your full height. Oh, God. That guy seemed pretty reputable. I feel pretty good about my purchase and the gloves. Little gloves of Dex. +2 or something. Alright, what is over this crowd here? Oh, a little fighting pit. You push your way through the small crowd. Really? Why do I have to? They're short. I can just look over them. In the center, 2 tiny creatures are grappling fiercely with each other. One is a pixie, and the other a sprite. The onlookers are quite fascinated with some cheering on the pixie and the other rooting for the sprite. Ah, betting. Pixie fight! Pixie fight! Imp fight, whatever. But no one is attempting to join in or break up the fight. This does look like a fight pit. Everyone's kind of watching it. I'm just gonna watch. You watch the I just read take a fried stick. You watch the fight for a while. There's no anger in it, and you quickly realize it is a sparring match, which the crowd around betting on the outcome. It seems that most favor the pixie, so if the sprite wins, some dwarves will stand to make quite a large winning. Small creatures wander past, handing out fried sticks from a basket. Ooh, I'll take a stick, sure. Free food, never turn down some free food. Take a stick and eat it. Not bad. Some kind of veggie soaked in either butter, oil, and salt, and that no longer matters what the original taste was, because it's delicious. Yeah, I'll place a bet. What do you got? You find a dwarf who is accepting wages. The stake is 3 gold. Ooh, he says. 5 back if you go with the pixie, and 8 for the sprite. But hurry up before one of them knocks the other. Okay. Here's the thing. Do I play with game logic here? I think I do. Because the game wants, I mean, it's like, it's a safe bet, but I'm not a safe man. Well, I'm not really. Although, I'll lose money either way. So, Pixie. You hand over 3 gold pieces on the pixie. You say, the dwarf harumphs. Shouldn't be long now, he remarks. You turn to watch the fight. The dwarf is quite right. The sprite is looking tired, and the pixie is easily the better fighter. Take a wait. The sprite goes for the pixie, and in a tiny arm lock, the pixie ducks, spins around with a flying high kick, and knocks the sprite reeling back across the dirt. With a hop, skip, and a jump, the pixie is sitting on the fallen sprite chest with 2 fingers up his nostrils. Do you yield? Oh, wait. Do you yield? Okay. With, the other creatures make a yelping noise, presumably a yes. The crowd cheers and the debts are settled up. The dwarf bookie finds you and hands over 5 gold pieces. Worse luck next time, he wishes, then moves away to serve other customers. Eventually, the crowd disappears. think I also mixed that up. But yeah, I made money. Ooh, someone's laughing. Must have been a good joke. You follow the road up a gentle rise towards a building with a large domed roof. Or doomed. No, it's domed. But it's doomed! It's a doomed roof! All the various alleys seem to converge on it, and it is thronged with people. From here, it seems there's no way around. What is this building? The road becomes narrower as the slum dwellings either side become more built up. Finally, it turns into a small plaza in the shade of a large dome building. It's doomed! It is some kind of sprawling covered market. Looking left and right, you see several other roads entering the building through different archways. A group of serpent heads are just passing by. We're okay. Let's say hi. Greetings. What is this place? The serpent heads look back at you, unimpressed. It's the artist's quarters. I'm gonna assume because, you know, serpents. They have to have a roof over them, or their paints run, and they complain. Nothing worse than a complaining artist, remarks the second creature. Well, thank you. You're welcome, replies the first serpent head, who appears to speak quite normally. But I give you a tip. Don't pose for any pictures. You'll regret it. Noted. Pit pockets. Got it. With that, the serpent heads march away inside the building. The market seems a confusing place. Various tracks head off into bushes near the walls. You may be able to find your way around it after all. All right, so we can go around the market or into the market. Well, we only have 5 gold, so I'm not really keen on buying anything, but well, yeah, you know what? We'll go through. Careful not to pose for pictures. Ooh, this place looks lovely. I like that there's little interiors. It's so cute. The market is a maze of alleys. Every inch of space is being used for trade and shops. With shops, stalls, and piles of goods set out on crates and barrels. Hawkers bellow about their wares. Peanuts! Get your peanuts here! Each trying to shout down the next. People and all manner of strange creatures mill about, quite lost, but very few seem to be automatically buying anything, or actually buying anything. I don't know about going into a crowd. Alright, still. You lose yourself browsing the stands. Most sell carpets, but some also offer incense burners, lanterns, and pottery. Ooh, if I can get a lantern, that'd be nice. You can't see any blacksmiths or food stalls, however. Well, that's unfortunate. Through the dome. You move on through the market, elbowing your way between shoppers and hawkers to stand below the enormous glass dome. Ooh, more glass, how fancy. Through the hubbub of passers-by, you spot the exit across the hall. Noise rolls like thunder around the roof of the market. Well, we've been robbed. The far end, back down the market. Do we go to the far? No, let's just keep passing through here. You turn around and tending to leave the market when you realize that you have lost sight of the entrance in the crush of people and creatures. You wander for a few minutes from one carpet seller to the next. But you are quickly, utterly lost. I'm just going to wander some more. You decide to browse the market some more. Perhaps you will find the way out again. A fight has broken out in the corner of the market. Is quickly settled by a score of passers-by. Really? I can't... Oh, I thought this would be the exit. Oh no. If I go zoom back, I thought that would be the exit. Alright, so I guess I go in the back here. Far corner. You walk You walk to the furthest end of the market. On your left, a man grabs your sleeve. You want to buy carpets? Finest carpets this side of the backlands, made from real moths. Ooh, let's look at the carpets. Very nice. Behind the man is a towering stack, 30 or 40 carpets high. Each one is gray and so dusty that they make you want to sneeze. Well, moths. The market seems to be endless. You are quite sure you have seen the same 12 creatures walking around in circles now. You return to the middle of the market below the dome. Looking to one side, you spot a small artist studio. A sign above, it says, "Find yourself in here." The artist sits outside, and you have a feeling there is something strange about him, but you can't work out immediately what it is. Well, find yourself. No, we're good. I'm good. Let's see, back to the markets over here. You return to the lower end of the market. The air grows thick with the scent of perfumes, incense, and flowers. And then a darker smell. Soot? Smoke is coming from a firemaster's stall. Yeah, firemaster, that's what he said. Outside of which several ornate fires of different colors and shapes are burning. Ooh. That sounds pretty. The firemaster's face is a patchwork of scars and scabs, because he's gone through many failures in life, and smiles a ghastly smile. "Hello there," he groans. "I hope you're interested in fires." White, green, blue, and black fires burn side by side in a row, like flowers in a window box. They are quite beautiful and almost hypnotic in the way they move. What are they for? "Different things," he replies. "Maybe for relaxation. Maybe for making the men fall in love with ya. Some is for cooking, others for warm, but I don't sell so many of those. My favorite, though, is inside." He glances meaningfully at the door hut. I'll stay out here. The man shrugs. "Very well." The firemaster nods and smiles, clearly hoping you would buy one of his lesser wares. How much for the flame? "How much?" Eight gold pieces, the man says. From the look of you, I'd say you want a flame that burns on pure danger. He pulls a little box from a bag by his feet. It'll light when you open it and catch on anything dangerous nearby, if danger there be. If it can, it will burn whatever a threatening you clear. That's too expensive, I'm sorry. "Nice toy," you tell him, "but I'll save my gold." "As you will," the man shrugs. North Gate. I'm looking for the North Gate. Tell me something. I need to pass through the North Gate of the city. Can you help? The firemaster shrugs. Not many who do. None as I've ever heard of. Why not? It's locked, he says, simply. Locked with a spell, and only the nobles of the city know that spell. But that'll be no good to you. The nobles are all but disbanded. There's no council anymore. Just an empty building and some guard. What happened? No one knows how it started. There's those that say one of them tried to kill Sansa Stark, the first noble. Others say he just thought as they were trying. But now they've all gone to ground, hidden, or gone underground to some cases. One was blinded and is living as a beggar now. Ooh, I think we met them. Those that recognize him treat him mostly cruelly, I'm told. Is there no other way to find the spell lines? Probably, he says. Corée is full of gods. Ask the god of malice. He has a priest near here. Ask the other one, the fat one, the god of whatever he's god of. You've a much chance of getting something from them powers that be as you would getting a noble to talk. seeing as most nobles have had their tongue cut out already, and at least gods stay in one place. Then he folds his arms. Now get on with you. There's a real customer I've got to talk to. You nod, and yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's fine. You have found 4 new clues. Clues, you say? Interesting. The market smells of soot and whatnot. Alright, well, back up here. Move back. The sun is sunk lower outside, now streaming through the doorway of the streets beyond the market. Ah! I can leave! I can leave! And I have no gold. You push through the thronging creatures until finally you see a patch of sunlight, a way out. But as you slip outside, you realize that somewhere in the crush by the door, someone has relieved you of all your remaining gold. Well, shit. Well, I only had 5. And I, honestly, as long as I still have... Oh, actually, that's a good question. Let me check my items. Magical items. Black mask, giant's teeth, pebbles, weapons, leather gauntlet, question mark. Oh, I can drop the leather gauntlet. Where's my longsword? I've got clues, too, here. 4 nobles know the spell. First noble, Census, the blind beggar. I think I know that blind beggar. Interesting. Or at least I've met them. Maybe he's not the same blind. There's a lot of blind beggars in the medieval age, I would think. Well, let me do a little. I might drink. My character will not. Emerging, blinking into the sunshine, you find yourself near a tall statue, beyond which is a wider plaza. At the front of the statue is a drinking fountain. No, I've got 19 of 20 stamina here. I'm good. You don't trust it. You aren't too thirsty anyway. I never trust a drinking fountain. You know how many people actually put their mouths on drinking fountains? It's disgusting. Why? This is a paved clearing, perhaps intent for visitors to the market to tie up their horses, but if any have, then it would seem their horses have been stolen. Unlike that one little guy. Oh, cute. All around the slum, horses raised tall, squats piled on squats, emanating a thick and terrible smell. There are not many creatures about. The main road continues between the slums, heading up a low rise in a side alley that leads left. Alright, so let's take a look. Let's look left. To the left, a narrow road leads deep into the slum district, but its lanes are slung with decorations and ragged bunting. Right? The main road turns right here and continues up the rise towards a run of slightly grander buildings. Ivy and gripweed hang from the bent metal railings. The whole place seems empty, deserted, and dark. Suddenly, out of an almost invisible narrow alley, a figure no higher than your knee dashes out and collides with you, sending you sprawling. They cry out an apology, and as they hare away, I'm just check myself over just to make sure. You seem to be in one piece. Alright, make my move. Time to move on. Further into the city. The slum district of Lower Carre are unlikely places to find nobles, but you might be able to learn their names or whether they are or where they're hiding. Okay. So the slums might be a good decision for information, but they ran up the main road there. I'm gonna go to the posh district. I don't know, I have a good feeling about that, even though I probably shouldn't. You make your way along the cliff-top road between grand houses that must belong to well-to-do types. They must have so much glass in their houses. You pass a tall, thin man in a long robe, some kind of monk. He bows to you as you pass. Greetings. The monk beams at you, holding out his palms. Take his hands? Sure. You reach out and take hold of his hands. With burning bright eyes, he stares at you. You must find the crown, he murmurs, for the sake of all this place. Then, quietly, suddenly, he releases you and straightens up, folding his hands away into his robe. You can't help noticing, but you feel straightly refreshed. Thank you. You bow your head and offer thanks. The monk bows in return, but says nothing further. Then, he turns and walks away. God, I am feeling great. I got 20 out of 20 stamina, and I've been robbed. It's nothing. Just a great day in this place. In Carré. You continue up the main road, which climbs gently towards the center of Carré. The road passes through the ruins of a grand building in what must have once been a glorious morning room. Glorious morning room? I don't know what that means. Whatever. An ornamental pond is all that remains. Moss grows from the cracks in its tiled sides. I'm gonna take a look. It's a fish! You walk over to the pond. Despite its great age, it seems well tended, and the water is surprisingly clear. A small scaled fish, scarlet fish, darts out from behind a stone as you watch. Bubbles rise from the mouth, and as they break, you hear the breath of words. Something else glints from the bottom of the pool. Lean closer to hear the words. Yeah, what's the fish saying? You kneel beside the pond. You put your ear close to the water. The little scarlet fish swims up and spits a drop of water in your cheek. If fish could laugh, you would swear this fish was chuckling. Again, its mouth bubbles with a sound like worthless? But what does it mean? Now I'm going to look deeper in the pond. Your eyes trace a second gleam. Not a fish this time, but a gold piece. Someone must have thrown it in the water for luck. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to move on. The main road continues onward along the edge of the ridge, and you hear the sound of a crowd in the distance. A narrower lane heads uphill to your left. I don't know about that one gold piece. We can go up this direction. Actually, there's a couple ways we can go. Let's see, the cliff road, keep going, or turn uphill. Well, that way lends us back over here. Keep going through the city. It all goes to the docks. Yeah, let's keep going, main road. You follow the narrower road which skirts the edge of the central carré. The homes and buildings either side are now more densely packed together. You are nearing a more busy, bustling area. Move cautiously. You begin to move more cautiously, keeping your back to the buildings, but you must have missed something because suddenly a hand appears on your shoulder and you are pulled backwards into a building. Don't be afraid, murmurs a voice. Turn, see who it is. You turn to see who is. A dark-skinned man with a beard of short stubble. As you look at him, he releases you, holding up his hands to show he means you no harm. Apologies to give you a fright, he says. I'm a lonely man in this evil city. You are a human, and that's a refreshing sight. Please, sit with me and talk for a while. Sure. I could be nice. Sure, I'll sit with you. Thank you. It's good to talk to with common tongue. He grins. You look around the building and realize you're in his home. It is well furnished, the rich woven tapestries on the walls. You look the man over. He's a noble-looking sort and wears fine furs and a cloak. He seems friendly enough. Well, tell me about yourself then. You seem a wealthy man, you remark, looking around the room. Me? The man smiles. No, nothing like that. I used to be a hero, traveling with Glandrag... Okay. The Heroic. If you've heard of him, the man goes over to a corner and takes down 2 mugs and a tankard of ale. I'd like to ask you about your business, he says, but before I go into all that, would you like some? Yeah, I'll take a drink. I mean, I don't trust this 100%, but the man returns with 2 mugs of ale, and he places one in front of you. So let me tell you about my city, he begins conversationally. The center of Carré is built around the port, and it can be a dangerous place at night. Why is that? Well, they say that those wandering the streets get waylaid and captured into slaving ships. So be sure to be settled down in the inn before sundown. Oh crap! I have no money for that. He lifts his mug. Your health. All right, I'll drink. Sure. This guy seems nice. You knock back the drink and lick the froth from your lips. Yum. So, as I was saying, the man continues, another thing you watch out for is the postal traps on the far side of the nobles who live there protect themselves with them. If you fall into one, well, you've no idea what you'll end up. What does the trap look like? Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, seeing as how you'll never get to the north side, my friend. Fuck. Look into the beer. You look down into the beer. Sure enough, it's a strange greenish color and has a smell of sickly acid. Yes, I see it on your face. Then Gorm the murderer has claimed another victim, he laughs loudly. You feel a stabbing pain deep into your stomach. If you have been poisoned, you may only be moments away. Well, luckily enough, I know a spell. Just gotta remember what the spell is. Oh, it's Doc, wasn't it? D. O. That's an F, not a D. D. There we go. O. C. You cast a spell on the potion and drink it quickly. Quickly, you begin to feel better. The man watches in growing rage and anger. Then, before you know what is happening, he has grabbed a longbow from the wall, notching an arrow and aiming straight at your heart. No one escapes Vangorn the murderer, he gloats, pulling back the string. I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. You draw your sword. You have no choice but to fight. Before you can reach him, his fingers release the arrow. You dodge right. The arrow flies through the air towards you. Ow! Son of a bitch! The arrow strikes you below the ribs, making you gasp out of pain. But with his shot, he is unprotected. You leap forward and attack. Fuck you! Oh god, with a 10? You motherfucker. Cut, bitch. I'll take you out. Alright, I'm gonna defend this one. That was a shame. Let me make it easy for you. I'll stand still so you can hit me. Let's go with a 3 then. Yeah, he was faking it. Oh god, this guy is actually tough. Nah, he was defending. There we go. We are actually going to get fucked up. Defend. I might actually want to take this one over. But, nah. Oh, jeez. I might have to. I'm gonna die. Defend. I need to defend. Ow, ow, ow. 4.5. Oh, God. Ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Sideswipe. Bitch. I lost 15 points of stamina. I'm gonna try that again. Defend! So, because I know you did the thing. Oh, he has a nice face to him, too. Shame I'm gonna fuck it up. Nah. So fancy yourself a sword mistress, do you? Van Gorn asks, stepping back and panting for breath. Hell yeah, I do. Nah. I'm gonna take a defensive stance on that one. Gonna try and stab him with 3.8 and ow. Ow. Hurt a hell of a lot. Stabby stabby. Alright, I'm gonna defend this one because I need some stamina. And we're gonna go balls out. 5.5. Oh god. Ow. We're gonna do this one again, actually. Because ow, 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 ow. 9 stamina lost. It's better than last time. Once more, into the breach, my dear friend. Defend, because we know it takes a 10. Let me make it easy for you. I'll stand still. I'll defend again. Let's go with 5. And another 5. I'm actually gonna hit you. We need to defend. I'm gonna try to go for a low number because I think he's ow! Defending. This guy is a tough cookie. Just beat you on that one. There we go. All right. I'll you know what? I'll take 5 lost. I'll take 5. With Van Gorn dead, you are free to search his house. I will absolutely. Look in the cupboards. You open the cupboards. In one, you find a jar marked poison, and in another, jar labeled essence of bark. I'm gonna take both, goddammit. Essence of bark seems like I know what that might do. Examine the hangings. The hangings look like rich treasures from a much grander household. Made of thick cloth, they are exquisitely decorated with images of orcs and trolls being hacked to pieces by a hero with 2 blades and a silver crown. One of the hangings has a suspiciously large bulge underneath it. Wow. The bulge... Oh. And as you watch, the bulge moves. You lift one of the hangings, uncovering a giant spider. The arachnid jumps out at you, baring its fangs and landing on your chest. Fuck off. Jeez. You swipe at the spider with one hand, but it catches your arm with its teeth and digs in. Oh, that's where you got the spider poison. Feel its poison spreading into your veins twice in as many minutes. God damn it. Drink. I'm just going to drink another one. You knock back a dose of Blimbleberry potion. You feel a dull warmth into your veins, and after a few moments, the itching of the spider's venom lessens and fades away. Well, at least I have 4, right? Search the Van Gorn. Search his fucking body. You find 8 gold pieces, which I will absolutely take, you motherfucker. You have found all. Time to be moving on. God damn it. And here I thought there was a nice person. You continue along. Every time I take a drink from someone, they poison me. God damn it. I should learn my lesson. And yet I don't. You continue along the street, which grows narrower and more winding. On each side, slums dwelling rise high. Faces appear and disappear behind drapes. Someone throws out a bucket of slop. That's not slop. Narrowly missing you. Furry, chained-up animals screech from balconies. The slums disappear from view. Keep going. Further on to the center. The lane gets narrower. Muck and foul water runs downhill, forming a sheen over the flagstones. Gotta love that medieval plumbing. As in there was none. The walls either side are now so close together that someone on the top floor has laid planks across the alley to steal from the house opposite. Or perhaps to steal their own things back. It's hard to tell. Keep moving. The narrow roads further until the elbows are bashing the door frames on either side. Then quite suddenly, you reach a small plaza. It's a very tight-knit housing. It must be an alleyway. This is a small open square with a dried-up well at its center. It's a crossroads. The side roads lead off to the left and right. Alright, let's take a look here. You pause to look down the edge of the square. There is nothing to distinguish one alley from the other, although you do see a line of what looks like blood drops heading right. Okay. Look to the well. The only thing the alleys have in common is that they converge here. Once, presumably, this well served all the people in the district, but perhaps there were too many people because now the well seems dusty and dry. I'm just gonna look down. Hello, 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 hello. Leaning over the edge, you peer down into the depths of the well. Strange. This well seems to have handholds cut into its stones. They appear good enough to climb down. Really? Well, I'm gonna pause to eat for a minute because I need the noms. You know what? I'm gonna go into the well. People are hiding. Sewers are probably a good place to go. Well, you aren't likely to find the city nobles down there. It's certainly a curiosity worth exploring. You swing yourself over the edge of the well, teetering for an unnerving moment above the long, long drop. Then you find the first of the holds with your feet and begin to make your way down into the dark. Could be interesting. Ah, look at the sewer map. Oh. The climb is slow and cautious. You can't see the holds below you, so you have to feel your way down. After about 10 minutes! Your arms are tiring. Suddenly, you realize the position you're in. If your strength gives out, you will fall. But you may not have the energy to climb back either. It's impossible to see how much further there is to go. You know what? I'm going to drop a gold piece. Just because... You drop a gold piece. It falls for only a second before hitting something. Another second, you hear a splash. Must be near the bottom. Alright, keep climbing down then. You're reassured, you continue the climb. Hopefully I can find that piece. Alright, let me take a look at this map here. Look at it! Look at the sewer map! It's cute. Whew. After perhaps a minute before the foot finds a ledge, below that is nothing but space. You have reached the roof of whatever chamber is below. A metal bar sticks from the wall here, presumably used to tie rope to. You continue the rest of the way down. Drop down. Ooh, I lost a lot of stamina there. Taking a deep breath, you let yourself drop from the ledge. You fall and then fall more, your heart leaping into your throat as you realize you're falling too far. Then, with a shallow splash, ow, you hit the water and the tunnel floor below. Ow. That hurt a lot. You are standing ankle deep in thick water with one of the city's sewers. The smell is indescribable. Why did I decide to do this? You are at a dead end of sorts. The water disappears into a grating in one direction, while the tunnel disappears into darkness in the other. I'm gonna look for my fucking coins. You kneel and feel into the foul water and its thick filth for your coins, but the water is fast flowing, and they are nowhere to your touch. You stand again, wiping the mucky hands on your tunic with disgust. I can't climb back up. You step from the dim light to the well shaft and into the black tunnel beyond. I made a mistake. Keep walking. The tunnel is filled with the worst stench you can imagine. Things splash and scurry through the darkness. You pass a heap of black cloth. A huddled creature? Fuck it, I'm already this deep in. You creep over the huddled rags. The shape of a man leaned over, clutching his knees, but it does not seem to be moving. Touch it. Boop. It collapses at the slightest touch, and you breathe a sigh of relief. Just a piled-up cloak, discarded by some previous unfortunate who traveled this way. Oh, free cloak. You slip through the heavy cloth. This was a fine cloak, once, before it was left to rot down here. Stitched into the back is a number 1, in a circle. Waterlogged, the cloak is too heavy to carry away, but it provides that others have come this way before. That sounds like it was a council member. Or someone with a... That sounds interesting. The sewer turns a corner here, with other tunnels blocked by filth-strewn wreckage. We can take a look. Please don't get me tetanus. I mean, I'm getting something, but I don't know if it's tetanus. You steel yourself and dig through the foul filth in the wreckage, trying not to vomit from the stench. You come across a small glass bottle. Unpop the cork and sniff. Ooh, Blimberry. You stash it in your pack. Wow, we're just gonna take that, huh? Yum. At least I got another potion. You walk outward through the dark sewers. Then, suddenly, the tunnel opens to a low chamber. Looks lovely. You stand ankle deep in filth in a square chamber. Icy droplets fall from the ceiling. The smell is fucking terrible. But it is not just any sewer. In the corner of a room is a pile of rags. Someone or something lives down here. Look around the room. Looking around the room might actually be more useful. You look around the walls of the chamber. Aside from the pile of rags, there's nothing else here. No stash of food, thank fuck. No weapons, and no sign of the inhabitants. Then you notice on the far wall some scratches in the stone. Mark of time, perhaps? A sudden rush of water flooded the chamber, soaking you up to your waist. A moment later, it is washed away once more, but there might be more coming. Let's go back and search the rags. Let's get out of this water. You dig into the rags and clothing. They must have formed someone's bedding, as they could never have been clothing. Strips and old squares of cloth of a different kind. They have probably been scavenged from what people threw down the drains into the sewers. Dig through more carefully? Yeah, why not? Ooh, cash. Digging into some old pockets, you find a few gold pieces. Suddenly, you find yourself itching and scratching. Shit. I've got fleas! And now, they're biting you as well. Suddenly, something growls in the darkness of the tunnel behind you. You turn up to see a dark, stooped shape approaching fast. It's a rat bear! Oh, shit. You have barely enough time to draw your sword. Defend! Oh, this isn't going to go well. Cut the rat bear. Oh, by 0.1 point. That really sucks. Another attack. This is not going to go well. Cut it again. We're gonna need to defend a little bit. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go for a 2.9. Keep stabbing. Alright, let's go with final 3.7 there. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Try again. Because this lovely creature is fucking terrible. Sorry, sir, for going through your stuff. Yeah. I didn't realize it was still being used. Nah. Maybe you should, put out a sign that says home sweet home. Defend. Take another point. I feel good about this now. Alright. Here you go. My apologies. 2 stamina. I'll take 2 stamina there. Oh, the body of the creature falls into a deep splash into the water and disappears. You sigh with relief. Whew. Alright, you make your way carefully around the cesspool in the middle of the room, to the far and the body. To the far side, where the marks are faintly visible in the gloom, there are not just notches, but letters, and perhaps once they were full words, but have been worn away by the flowing water, or else filled in with slime and dirt. It looks as though it might have once been a poem. I'm going to read it. Ooh. Still shaking from your encounter with the rat bear, you steady your heartbeat and peer at the markings on the wall. You can make out the following through the muck. Something cougar's gray something. One lock something. Something deep inside. I bid you something. There is nothing more to be done here. If you ever wish to see daylight again, you need to move on. But another clue. That is good. You walk outwards through the sewer. Shadowy shapes loom out of the darkness, then disappear as you move close. Freaking rats. You walk for what seems like an hour, maybe more. The tunnel tilts lower and lower. Perhaps you're going underneath the river. That sound of fast rushing water fills the tunnel. I'm just gonna keep walking. You keep walking. The sound of rushing water is growing louder. Fuck. I don't want to drown in the sewer. Suddenly, you realize the sound is not coming from close by the tunnel. Not coming from close by the tunnel or through the walls. The sound is coming towards you. Oh, shit. Somewhere, a wall of water is approaching. An old dam must have given way. The river water is now flooding the tunnel. Shelter in an alcove. Yes. Alright, you dive into an alcove in the side of the tunnel as the great wave pounds into the tunnel, but it fills the sewer completely, and you are quickly pulled from the hiding place as though by 1,000 hands, and submerged. The water wrenches you from the floor and throws you into a swirling spiral. You can see nothing but the muck and the filth. At least you think whirly. You're getting a wash. Swim for it. Fuck me, this got bad. I shouldn't have gone in the sewers. The impact is so sudden that you have no time to prepare. You have only a few moments of air left. Your lungs are bursting for air. Swim for the current, swim against the current, swim down, escape the flow, swim up to the ceiling. Get up, 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 up. The current is whipping you this way and that. Like a well, at least I don't have fleas on me, at least. Like a fetal bug in a thunderstorm. It is all you can do to work out which way is up and which way is down. You just blow a couple bubbles. Oh, you don't have any air. Shit. You fight and struggle to get your body under control, losing valuable seconds of air. Swim with the current. Try and do that. You swim with the current, which tears you along the length of the sewer. The ground level is rising below. At some point, perhaps, you will break the surface of the water, but it's not happened yet. Swim up. Keep going up. You swim towards the roof of the sewer, hoping to find an air pocket to refresh your breath, but you are out of luck. Your head hits, the arched stone ceiling, which is fully submerged. Even the ducts running up are filled with water. There's no air to be found here. Alright, keep with the current then. Oh, that's my fate. You swim on with the current, moving at breakneck speed. The air in your lungs gives out. There's nothing you can do. Your mouth opens and fills with what's my fate? You have drowned in the sewers under Carré. Unfortunately, let's rewind. Pray for aid, shelter in an alcove. Take a deep breath. There's nothing else for it. You take a deep breath, exhale, take a deeper breath, exhale, and then fill your lungs the best you can as the great wave strikes. Well, okay, that's another death. So in total, that's 2 deaths, one from a shadowy bat in the first chapter, and now I drowned in a sewer. Not as great. Okay, the water wrenches you from the floor and throws you into a swirling spiral. You can see nothing but the murk and the filth. Swim for it. For the moment, at least, you are calm and can focus even in the roaring torrent. Alright, I'm going to go with the current. Current is whipping you away like fleet. I'm going to keep going with the current. You swim with the current, which tears along the length of the sewer. The ground level is rising. Keep going with the current. You swim with the current, moving at breakneck speed. You can't last much longer. Keep going with the current. You swim on with the current, moving in breakneck speed. Your air in your lungs gives out. There's nothing you can do. Must be very long current. Okay. You know what? Pray for aid. I kind of need it. You stop still and try to clear your mind to raise a prayer to the dolphin. You feel a great calm wash down over you. Then, a moment later, it is the wave that is breaking across your body, knocking you flying like a rag doll. The water retches and flows through your swirling, and at least you think, you feel the calm of the dolphin in your mind. Whether you will be protected or not, you cannot tell, but at least you feel in control. Swim down to escape the flow. Let's try that. You turn and fin down towards the bottom of the sewer, hoping to escape the worst of the current. Near the ground, the water is slower and you are thrown about less violently, but you're still running out of air. Swim current. Try and do this shit. You turn and swim back against the current, but it's like wrestling a 12-limbed octopus. The eddy knocks spinning again. You can't much longer. Swim up. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die again. Ooh! There's a duck. You swim up towards the roof of the sewer, hoping to find an air pocket to refresh your breath, but you are out of luck. Your head hits. There's nowhere to be. Up the duct. Up the duct! Lungs bursting, you reach a duct in the ceiling. Maybe I didn't see it the first time. Once inside, it wrenches you upward with powerful force. The stonework either side is a blur, and you crash, scraping and banging the sides painfully. Ow, 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 ow. Then, suddenly, you are splat up into wider, colder water, lit from above, but by silver light. You are outside. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, I'm out of... Ow. You come up gasping for air, about a quarter of the way across the river that flows through the middle of Carré. Night has fallen while you are underground. Great. Well, this is my fate. And all around you is pitch darkness. You struggle and flail for a moment to get your head above the water, and then turn about and swim for the far bank. Of course, all your water-damaged possessions have been ruined. Thankfully, however, the pages of your spell book are protected, and your fleas are washed away. You swim along the surface of the river, keeping your mouth clear out of the filth as best... Well, no, I'm pretty sure I got some... I'm going to have dysentery after this. As you are aiming for a distant light at the far bank. There is a figure moving there. A night watchman of some kind. You know what? Dive under. Be safe. You take a deep breath, choking slightly from the noxious odor of the filth sewer, then dive under. Thick, foul mucus-ridden water streams up your nostrils, and you make slow progress. You keep going, swimming forward through the muck. Your lungs are starting to burst, desperate for air. You have no idea how far across the river you are. Suddenly, you can't hope to make the whole way across. A dark shape looms through the brown water ahead of you. Keep going back up. You break the surface once more. You find yourself close to the far bank. Unfortunately, the night watchman is standing directly above where you have surfaced. Men loom over you, looking at your half-blue face. No fit state for anything, a voice remarks. Another agrees. Damaged goods, Vick'll be angry. A blade moves like lightning. What's my fate? I've been stabbed. God damn. You know what? rewind a bunch here. Okay. Here's a question. Should I just rewind the entire sewers? You know what? I think I'm just going to rewind the entire sewers here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to rewind the entire sewers. That never happened. Do you wish to rewind the story back to buy a well? Yes, please. I don't want to deal with that well. That was not a smart move. Never go into wells. We just had a divergent split path. Small open square. Okay, you know what? We'll eat like we planned. Look at the alleys. Pause, look around the edge of the square. There's nothing to distinguish one alleyway from the other. Let's just choose a road. Let's just go. No, well, there's something in the back of my mind that says, I shouldn't do that. You could sit here all day, staring into the well like a daydreaming child, but you will do better to keep moving. Ooh, hello. Alright, let's see. Take the left road, straight on, or take the right road. Well, straight on takes me to the docks. Palatine Hill seems like a very nice place, though. You know what? Even though the docks are where I should go, I'm gonna go take the left path here. I need to find a place to sleep for the night. You follow the street past low slum buildings. On the step of one, a rough-looking girl sits, her knees drawn up her chin. Spirit coin? Alright. Toss a coin to your beggar. You stop and give her a gold piece. By Effie! Just thinking the girl says, "Oh fuck, it's a gold piece!" I was expecting a quarter of one from the look of you. Thanking you, you nod. Ask her about the city. Tell me. You begin, but she interrupts you. You want to talk? Sit down. Let's play dice. She pulls out a familiar-looking set of knuckle bones. Alright. Alright, you take a seat on the step beside the girl. What's the stake? Playing for fun? She laughs. Stranger, I don't do anything for fun. Lady, I'm picturing you as a 7-year-old. Fine, 2 pieces. No, she wasn't 7. I thought she was, okay. She's cute. Alright. I'm gonna say, to start with, 2 2s. You're a citizen Carre, are you? Well, of course I am. People don't come and go around here. Okay. 4 2s. I can probably help. Alright, I'm gonna call that 5 2s. Oh shit! 5 2s. I'm not good at this game. So what you doing in Carre? Traveling through. Bid 2 4s. Where's to go to? The Backlands? There's nothing there except a few strays and stragglers. Three 4s. Call. Shit. Shit. How about 1 3? I'm looking for the North Gate. It's on the other side of the river, though the necropolis, through the necropolis. I've been there once. Won't go back. 3 3s. It's a bad place. Only part of the city that's expanding. Oh, because graveyard. Shit. So, I saw something really disgusting today. What? And now you'll see. Alright. Aha, 2 3s. Ooh, bid 1-4. Sure I do, but you're going the wrong way for it. You know what? Alright. Call. Shit. Alright. Take my money. That's the game, the girl says. You lose. The girl snatches up the money on the step, and though expecting you to take yours back. How much this time? I've played enough. Girl shrugs. Suits me fine. Have a great day. Well, you too. Sure, she replies darkly, because that's what life on the street is like. She jerks her head. Get moving. You clutter my view. Well, if I'm going the wrong way... Towards the wall... the place does look fancy. Alright, you know, if I'm going the wrong way, then... Alright, you know what? Go back, then. No, you know what? Well, no, I haven't been doing any well. No, let's go back, then. We'll go down. If she says we're going the wrong way... then we're going the wrong way. So, choose the road. We'll go south, then. The huts and dwellings either side are denser now, and the streets are dirty and thick with rubbish. Creatures hover on the doorway, smoking pipes and sharpening their claws on stones. One calls out to you, "Here, you! You want to earn some gold?" Sure. You approach the creature. It grins and pokes the ash inside the pipe with a long talon. Saw your eyes light up at the word, he goads you. Might look like a lady, but everyone's got to eat, don't they? You're offering work? After a fashion, he says. I've a thing that needs doing, and you seem to have a sword to belt. Which is liable to help. I see. He taps his pipe out into the street, then points. See that big building in the corner there? With the steam pumping from the roof? There's a friend of mine just went in there. He's doing a job himself. I like to know about it. You want me to talk to him? I want you to listen to him, sure, and let me know what he says. How much do I get? You get 4 gold pieces now, then... you'll need to... you'll get 4 gold pieces now. You'll need that to get in. I'll give you another 6 when you come back. How's that? Sure. The creature nods, opening a clawed fist. He drops 4 gold pieces into your palm. Be seeing ya, he remarks. Here, shortly. The creature sticks one claw up his nostril at you as he moves on. Oh, and... whatever. To the left comes the smell of rotting fish and the sound of voices and water. It's the docks. Straight on, the road continues downhill past the edge of the building. Wait, which way did he say to go? Let me go this way. You follow the road downhill until another road meets it from the right. The road ahead is lined with flags. In the elbow of the fork is a grand, well-kept building. Steam pumps from its roof. A creature emerges looking refreshed and flushed. This is the building the creature up the road mentioned, and it seems it's a bathhouse. Oh, shit. I need that. You step in the cool of the bathhouse. It is a wide building of marbled tiles and a sweet smell of pine and fresh wood. Ooh, nice. Getting close, gentle noises echo and murmur around the walls. A creature by the front desk greets you with a smile. Good afternoon, my lady. It purrs. The water is cool and fresh today. A swim costs 4 gold pieces. Here you go. Hey, no skin off my back on that. You hand over the 4 gold pieces the creature gave you, and the concierge gestures you through into the center of the bathhouse, where a wide pool awaits with trees and shrubs either side. From across the room, steams curl from the doorway of a glass-doored room. You strip off and pile your clothes and belong in one corner of the room. Let's try the steam room, because I don't see the guy. You enter the steam room and take a seat on one of the benches. The temperature is almost unbearable. Though through the curling smoke, you see another figure in the shadows. You are not alone. Is this the person the creature meant for you to listen to? I'm just going to stay quiet. You stay quiet, minding your own business. After a while, you hear a voice murmuring, "Our last man failed. What makes you think you can succeed?" I'm smarter. Oh, I stay quiet. I say nothing. You say nothing. A moment later, a second voice replies. I was right not to say anything. That idiot tried head on. You can't kill the wizard head on. You have to go in when they're asleep. You have to have tactics. Good, the first voice in the smoke agrees, and I don't want to know what your tactics are. So long as your money's good, the second voice says. This is getting interesting. Ask them about... No, don't ask them. I have nothing. Just keep quiet. Census left me enough to cover all 4 jobs before he disappeared. The first speaker says, Molas and... I'm getting so much info. And Theta are done. The job's on Shinva. Well, the speaker huffs into the smoke. How'd you kill someone? But only enough to make them a ghost. What? That's a tough one. This one should be the easiest, the second speaker agrees. I'm glad to hear it, but don't forget the last man who tried. He's a sideshow attraction now, I hear. Why do you keep listening? Alright. I won't, the second voice replies. So where's this noble's house? Red Quarter, round the back of Fireview. You can't miss it. It's the biggest place in the neighborhood. He tells them all he's a scholar, but don't be fooled. The second voice grunts in assent. Then a figure stands and leaves the room. You've heard enough, and the heat is getting to be too much. You get to your feet noisily enough to make your presence clear and leave the room. You head back out the steam room. You feel your shoulders unknotting and your body relaxing. I got so much energy back. I'm gonna take a swim. Hey, the man paid for the man paid me to go to a spa. I'm gonna take it. You dive into the pool and swim a few enjoyable lengths. You feel better for the exercise. While you're in the pool, a figure emerges from a steam room. He comes to stand at one end of the pool. The smart money stays quiet, he calls out. He must be speaking to you as the room is otherwise empty. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Sure you don't, he replies. Keep it that way. To make his point, as he steps out of the room, he kicks the pile of possessions into the pool and walks away laughing. Of course, all your water-damaged possessions have been ruined. Thankfully, however, the pages of your spellbook are fine. dive in to collect my things. You dive down and rescue your possessions, then scramble out of the pool. You put on your clothes, which are now soaking wet, but you feel much better. Alright, you head for the exit. The creatures at the front desk look at you disapprovingly when you appear, dripping. You step outside in the streets. Dude, you're not supposed to go swimming in your clothes. You turn back up the way you came until you reach the fork in the road once more. You pass the house with the long-clawed creature you spoke to earlier, but he is nowhere to be seen. Knock on the door. A knock on the door brings the creature out into the streets, still smoking. Well, he growls. Here, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I heard. You reply, for what good it'll do you. The creature listens to as you relate what you can remember of the conversation you overheard in the steam room. He picks his teeth with his claw as you talk. Finally, he nods. Paid to do all four, he murmurs. The other nobles should be happy to see senses removed then. Dropping 6 gold pieces into your palm, the creature pats you with a clawed hand. It's all going to change soon enough. Change how? Change how, you demand. You don't know? The creature replies. Then he shrugs. Stay off the streets at night and watch out for wolves. Then he slams the door shut. Well, lovely. Alright, to the docks. Because I got quite a bit of information. Also, there's a ghost that I could probably talk to. That might not be a bad idea. You emerge from a narrow, winding alley into an open space. On the far side, the river slides past, its surface strewn with flotsam and jetsam. Now I got her, boys. The boss is on a roll. From dredged up from fallen parts of the city, the sails of the boats at anchor billow and snap in the breeze. You have reached the docks, the beating heart of Carré. Ooh. Poor unfortunate souls. Let's look around. There are 2 or 3 ships moored for the night, and the space between them and the road is filled with a huge number of stalls and little shops, selling anything from fishing tackle to sailing blocks to barrels of wood louse rum. Yum. It must be a thriving marketplace during the day. With night approaching, it's a maze of booths and cloth. A single bridge crosses the river here, operating with ropes to let the tall ships through. Right now, the bridge is up to allow ships to sail through undisturbed. I guess we're going to have to find some place to sleep for the night. There are 2 inns visible from here. The Wayfarer Rest and the Meat and Cleaver. Nothing obviously different about either of them. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Sleep in the market. Alright, so the Meat and Cleaver, by the river, Wayfarer's Rest, sleep in the alleys. So, we don't sleep outside. I'm going to say, I mean, the Meat and Cleaver sounds lovely, but I'm going to say Wayfarer's Rest sounds like a nicer establishment. Also, it's more... Ooh, look at this place. Ooh. You make your way inside the Wayfarer's Rest. It's a lively and bustling place. I can see that. Ooh, look at the bust on that lady. Lovely drawings, I will say. It looks very nice. All of this. Very lively. Very old school. Very nice. The innkeeper behind the bar is trying to serve numerous creatures, all demanding ale at the same time. While around the table, salty types and buxom wenches are laughing together and singing shanties. Like I said, buxom wench. I'm going to set a table... You know what? Go to the bar here. I want to get a room for the night if I can. You fight your way through the creature at the bar. With a thump in the bar top, you catch the innkeeper's attention. Hi. Greetings. Nice place you have here. The innkeeper nods at you. You're clearly impressed by your dress and fearsome aspect, and what to be your purse in these ear parts, he asked. How much for a room? How much for a room? The innkeeper holds up 4 fingers rather than shouting across the bar. The other creatures at the bar jostle and push each other for space. I'll pay for a room. Thank you very much. It's going to be a little noisy, but you know what? That spa really revigorated me. It invigorated. You hand over 4 gold pieces. For a moment, the attention of every other creature in the bar is disturbed by the shine. Then the innkeeper slips the coins into his belt, and conversation resumes. You jerk a thumb to the staircase. Oh, he jerks a thumb to the staircase in one corner. Go up whenever you like. Alright. Yeah, I'll head away from the bar. You push your way back out the crowd at the bar. An angry dwarf in one corner suddenly leaps to his feet, shouting, "Enough talking then! Let's show the council what we think of them now!" Intrigue is happening. Let's go to the dwarf's table. You make your way over to the group of dwarves in the corner, who are still arguing loudly about something. You were talking about the council? Yes, you were talking about the council, you begin. The group falls instantly quiet. Every face turns towards the angry dwarf who shouted. "Ye for it now," one hisses. "I'm a traveler, don't fucking worry. I'm a traveler. I'm new to the city." The dwarf nods. "Then you're welcome." He slaps the bench beside him. "Sit down, and I'll tell you why we should burn the council building down." Okay. Sure. I like a good politics. As I was saying, the dwarf continues, the councils are running this city, and it's time we took the fight to them. Who's with me? "I don't know, Sam Smith." Another replies, more sheepishly, "After all, things aren't that bad around here." Let's see. Sam Smith turns to you, and what you say? It seems fine for now. I mean, yeah, the place is kind of fucked, but, I mean, it seems okay. Seems to be a fine city. The council did a good job in a difficult circumstance. Ha! Sam Smith laughs. The council do nothing at all. Why, no one's even seen them outside of their hovels in weeks. Well, the sheepy dwarf says, what would you do? A light gleam in the dwarf's eye. I know where the council is, Xanthus said. My father helped dig it, see? Dig? You heard me. I'll take one. One condition. When we get there, you help me split the first noble's skull. It's time Sansith lost his crown. And he laughs. Yeah. I did talk to them. That's a deal. You reply, coolly. Maybe you can get the spell lines before the skull is really split. Then let's go, Sam Smith declared, knocking back a beer and jumping to his feet. Oh, I just spent... Are you gonna... I have a... Okay. Well, I just spent 4 coins on nothing. Sam Smith marches away down the dock and and you hurry after him. He will lead you to the council and perhaps to the city nobles themselves. They may even be persuaded to open the door for you if they learn the importance of your mission. So, where is the council? You don't know? The dwarf replies, gently surprised. You're new in town, then? Quite new. Excellent, the dwarf replies. An unprovoked attack by a stranger from out of the city that cannot be traced back to us. Meeting you has been most fortunate. But where is the building? The council tower is the tallest building in Carré, but also the best hidden, he replies. Cryptically, I know where it is because I'm a dwarf. You climb a small rise. Below you, the lights of the city port are going dark. So, how do you plan on attack? The tower is built in several levels. the dwarf replies, whispering in case the empty streets should overhear. I suggest we start at the top and make our way down. Surely you mean... Oh no, I think I understand. The dwarf laughs. I told you, the council tower is the tallest building, but the best hidden. How do you think it's that? It's underground. I mean, that's pretty smart. Hey, here, the dwarf declares, stopping outside what appears to be an ornate house. Wait here, I'll go in first. With that, he disappears through the door. I'm just gonna look around. At least I have a lot of stamina here. The house into which the dwarf has gone is just that, surely. The windows are thick, bottled glass, and the door is tarred wood. Suddenly, studded with rivets and painted black. The roof only a single story up. It's overgrown with weeds. Other identical dwellings stand either side. Still, nothing. The building in front of the others don't seem like any council chamber. It looks more like the home of a baker or seamstress. Perhaps it's a trap. Look through the window. You peer in through one of the windows, but the glass is so thick and heavily streaked in the inside with candle grease that you can't make out anything. Okay, I'll wait. You wait. The dwarf does not reappear. Keep on sitting here twiddling my thumbs. Oops, nope, wrong button. Just waiting. In the distance, you hear the sound of cartwheels rattling down the cobble from the dock. They are quite lost in the bustle of Le Carré. Man is definitely drunk and probably dead. You hear the footsteps of the guard marching past. Perhaps they will come here, but then they turn away. This place, it seems, is not even important enough to warrant a visit. Minutes pass. Time passes. More time passes. This man is fucking dead. I'm gonna try the door. Ignoring the door's instructions, you try the door. It is unlocked. You are in a wide room. Chairs line the walls, but there is no other furniture. If this is someone's house, then it has been meticulously robbed. But if not, you can't see what function it does serve. But it can't be abandoned. A fire in the hearth blazes out heat. There's no sign of Samsix anywhere. But there are also no other doors. I'm not gonna call out, but you go over to the fire to warm your hands. It seems normal enough and is hot enough to roast a pig. A voice booms out from nowhere. Please, it says, be seated. Okay. You choose a seat close to the fire and sit down. Something strange happened the moment you take your weight off your feet. It is as though the far wall no longer exists. In its place is a long hallway, lined with cloth banners and torches on brass poles. 2 guards stand halfway down the walls, and between them you see Samsix, deep in conversation. Oh, I watch. You hang back and watch the scene. I'm sorry, the first guard is saying. The council is in session and cannot be disturbed. In session? Squeals Samsith. Everyone knows the council has run away from the city. Xanthus had killed them all. The guard smiles thoughtfully in reply. The dwarf looks enraged. He's turning purple. I'm going to go over to help. You stand and go help the dwarf. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm afraid the council is in session. The guard repeats louder now. Then I need to see them. No one sees the council when they're in session. See what Samsis does. Let's see what he does. You hang back and see what Sam Smith will do. You want to know my business with the council? The furious dwarf growls. Then I'll show you, shall I? And he pulls out a tiny dagger and begins to make poking, stabbing motions in the closest guard. I'm just going to hang back. You hang back and watch as the dwarf attempts to kill 2 guards armed with halberds with a short meat-cutting knife. He's quickly knocked down onto the ground, disarmed, and then you are both haired out the hall and back into the waiting room. Now what? What now? What now? He replies furiously. Nothing now. That's what now. This is useless. I'm leaving Carré by boat first thing tomorrow morning. With that, he storms out. Try the council myself. You stay a moment trying to make the far wall open. You try patting it down, calling out, even leaving the room and coming back again. But nothing seems to work. It seems the council is closed for the night. Feeling dejected, you eventually leave yourself. That is unfortunate. You leave the building and walk away down the street. You head down the alley and back into the main street. The road climbs further, looping back on itself as it climbs. Several little alleys disappear off beneath homes and buildings on either side. This area of town is a spider's web that would be easy to lose yourself in. You pass a shop with a brass sign above its door. Metalworkers Guild. However, it seems to be closed for the night. Noted. You return to the docks. You'll need to find somewhere to stay for the night. Well, luckily, my money still works. You return to the Wayward Rest to make good on the room you paid for. You head up the stairs in the room above the inn. So I'm just gonna walk around. Look at me doing drawing a little path. The room is small but clean. You lie down on the bed, tired from your day of walking through the busy city. Oh, so much sleep. So much sleep. We're gonna need to buy more rations. I need to... Damn me, losing my rations. People kicking that stuff into the water. Okay. Then it is time to sleep. You close your eyes, and the noise from downstairs does not trouble you for long. Your dreams are cluttered and crazy. Red eyes begin loom at you. You seem to be walking forward, traps springing at your feet. Face after face laughs as you ask about the spells. 4, says 1. There are 11 spells, 13, 49. Vangorn strides over and shakes you by the hand. Thank you for helping me realize the error of my ways, he says. A moment later, he sticks a dagger into your lung, and somewhere beneath your feet you hear a man cackling with laughter, and the crown is on his head, beyond your reach. Interesting. The next morning, dawn breaks and you head downstairs. The inn looks like a whirlwind has passed through it. Chairs are turned over on top of tables, plates and flagons have been scattered around, and several patrons passed out asleep on the floor. Oh, they're probably alive. Go outside. You pick your way across the bodies of the room and going into the street. Come on. Yeah, come on. Oh, sorry. Stepped on your hand. Sorry. As the sun breaks over the rooftops of Lower Carré, the city looks clean and bright, like a stone polished in a shine by a fast-flowing river. The effect lasts for a beautiful moment, and then people of Carré begin to stir, opening their windows to throw out their slop, shouting and cursing each other as they do so. Fuck you, bitch! No, fuck you! To the docks! The market traders begin to set up their stalls, fighting and threatening each other to get the spot close to the ships. A few sly types, probably pickpockets, begin to prowl the shadows between the stands. There are still areas of Lower Kare you have not explored, but you can't afford to waste more time in the slums. If the nobles are to be found, they will be on the other side of the river. And if they are not to be found, you must reach the gate and try to find another way through. I'm going to wait for the bridge, because I don't need to buy breakfast. You ignore the various food stalls and watch the river as you wait. After a while, a grizzled old man arrives and unlocks a small booth by the harbor bridge. He goes inside and closes the door behind them. Take a wait. Just wait. I like waiting. Waiting is nice. Just keep an eye on my back pocket. You sit down outside the booth and to wait for the man to lower the drawbridge. Half an hour goes by and nothing happens. Knock on the booth door. Tired of waiting, you go over to the booth and knock firmly on the door. The old man lowers down the window and leans out the booth. What you want? Good morning. Good morning, you begin. Ha! The man replies. Are you going to lower the bridge? You ask, still trying to be polite. The man pulls a face curling down the corner of his mouth. It's not yet time. Okay, when's the time? The man leads into his booth to consult something. His head reappears a few moments later. Tide's gotta darn, he says. Alright, I guess I'll wait. You wait another half an hour, enjoying the morning sunlight, playing on the river. You feel like the first rest you have had since you left the outpost settlement. Well, that and the spa room. It's hard to imagine that, had it not been for the Archmage and the Birdmen, you would never have made this journey. Never explored the world outside Shibriri Wall. I'm gonna look around the docks while I wait. You look around the docks by the base of the bridge. You notice a winch-like contraption. Perhaps it lowers the bridge. No, I'm gonna leave it. You wait a little longer. Suddenly, there's a flurry of movement from inside the booth. The old man leaves his booth and goes over to a contraption on the waterfront. He begins to heave and wind an ancient wench. It seems to be quite hard work. He is trying to move the whole weight of the bridge single-handedly. I'll help him out. You get to your feet and go over to help the man. Get off. You'll break it. Alright, fine. Alright. Okay. I won't touch. You let the man struggle, happy to let him be stubborn. Sweat beads on his forehead, and he heaves and puffs as the work. But eventually, the bridge clunks down into place. It is a big-looking bridge, based on the map. You salute the man cheerfully and get on your feet. Alright, well, thank you, sir. Crossing the bridge. Let's hope there isn't a toll. You cross the bridge over the river, which runs like a slime trail through the center of the city. Slimy. You have reached the banks of the upper Kare. The buildings here are not as grand on the south side of the river, but they are much better condition. Fewer people live on this side, away from the fields of the hills, but those that do are richer. They are also most likely more dangerous. But of course, it is on this side of the city that the gate stands. You follow the road away from the river towards a fork in the road. If there are any nobles still in the city port, their houses are most likely to be on this side of the river. But which one? Actually, you know what? Before I do, let's zoom out a little bit. We have some options here. We could go straight for the square, or take a wide berth around. I mean, that one with the wall. That looks promising. That looks like a ziggurat. And there's the gate. And then chances are, if we're in the Acropolis, is where we'll find undead and ghosts, which means maybe that ghost noble? There's a lot of stuff over here, too. My God. This is a lot. I think we might even have to make this a two-parter. Jesus. Based on how much shit there is in this place. Boop. Fork in the road. The early morning sun is beginning to wake the streets of Carré. A few creatures roam this way and that. On one corner, a spring bubbles of fresh water. All right, let's look around. Looking left, the road heads through into a residential area that seems well cared for. Short way off, to the right, is an open plaza. I'm going to ask for some directions. Excuse me! You stop a passing creature. Excuse me, I need to ask you. The creature head is bowed and it doesn't look up, but it pulls itself free and hurries away. It's too miserable to speak. Well, there is nothing for it. You will have to explore on your own. Well, I'd say, judging on how back here we were able to, like, mix and match, we might be able to do the same thing here, but with that said, let's go through the residentials. We need to find places. You follow a narrow building street past shops and stalls. It is still early and they are not yet open, but there are stirrings from within the houses as the day activities begin. A face appears at one window and seems to watch you pass. Although the creature's eyes are closed, you are not sure that it actually notices you. You just keep walking. Ooh, creepy. Oh, and also, sneeze. Excuse me. You walk on by. Another similar creature stands in a doorway across the streets, watching themselves from a bucket. Let's hope it's not the slot bucket. Oh, there it is, right there. This one is thin and spindly, with a long face. Not exactly human, not exactly an elf either, but something in between. A half-elf? Greet it. Evening! You try and greet the watching creature, but it too has its eyes closed. At the end of the road, under a low arch, a group of youths are loitering, talking and kicking some stones into the gutter. They notice you and begin to point and talk amongst themselves. Look them over. Are they going to be trouble? You pause to look at them. They too have their eyes closed, although somehow they have seen you, or perhaps they have only heard you. You can move over. A group of children doesn't scare you. You continue down the street towards them. They fan out a little until they fill the width of the narrow road. Above you, shutters are closing and people are moving away from windows, as though, despite their eyes, they have seen a fight coming. Greet the youths. You approach the group boldly. Morning. Good morning. You bow your head as you talk respectively, despite the children being so young. They scoff in return. One of them steps forward. This is the street of the Red Eyes. Oh, shit. He says quietly, and we don't welcome whiteys around here. Oh, God, I've angered the Bloods and Crips. Would you like to see what we do to them? No. You reply, I can do without. The leaders laugh. One of the other youths blink once, and for a moment you see his eyes flashing red balls of flame. I should think not, the leader whispers. But here's a taste, he says. The youths open his eyes, and suddenly a streak of burning fire shoot from under the eyelids, scorching, your sides. They're Cyclopses! In the X-Men version, not the fantasy version, but yeah. You gasp in pain, and he laughs. Then, the other creature grabs your arm from either side. Don't struggle, one whispers, or we'll look at you all over. What just happened? Why am I here? You are marched away through the alleyways to a building I chose the wrong way, but at least I have a key, god damn it. The alleyways, okay. You were marched away through the alleyways to a building surrounded by a high wall. It's a prison. You are dragged across the yard and into an underground corner. A cell door is open and you are thrown inside, landing squarely on top of another creature. Oh. Hi there. You pick yourself up to your feet and dust yourself down. Apologies, friend. I seem to have been thrown on top of you. You say to the cellmate, it's an elven, like those you meet in the the Chamelon Hills, but it seems worn out and exhausted. The creature nods to you. Welcome to my little world, he replies. What is this place? This is the jail of the Red Eyes, the elven says. There's one outside, and he points at the guard whose face, with eyes closed, fills the tiny porthole. From the sounds coming through the walls, this is one of several cells, all side by side. You hear snores, shouts, and screaming coming from the stonework. And you are? My name on the outside hardly seems to matter, the elven replies with a smile. My name in here is number 6, and that'll be your name too. He points a bony finger. It's written on the door, see? The cell is empty, except for a bucket. Murmuring an apology. The elven uses it for what it is used for. So why are you here? You know, the elven replies with a slight of some passion, I've asked myself that every night since I was arrested months ago, and I still can't figure it out. I didn't do anything to upset these people. My only idea is that the Red Eyes aren't happy unless they've got someone locked away. He smiles thinly. Maybe now now you're here, they'll let me go. No, ask something else. I'm gonna try the key. Fuck it. Fuck these people. I'm out. You wait for the guard to turn away from the door, then hurry forward with the key given to you by the beggar outside the one place a very long time ago. It turns. The elven claps its hands, careful to be silent, and the two of you slide the door open. The guard's back is still turned. You have a chance. Throw the giant's net over him. Ooh, giant's net! Fuck you! You pull out the giant's net that you found in the cave in that other place, then spring, throwing it over the guard and wrapping it in his arms around his back. You've got him. But you have not covered his eyes. Oh god, so when he turns around and opens them, he blasts to fire is devastating. You've been burned alive. Rewind just a smidge. That's it. Greet the creature. Hi. Let's see. Try the key. Try the copper key. Two sides of the door. Pick up the bucket. Moving silently, you pick up the bucket from the floor of the cell. The elven looks curiously. Put the bucket on the guard's head. Spluck. You raise the bucket nice and high, creeping forward on tiptoes. Then, at the last possible moment, you bring it quickly down over the guard's head. For a moment, he cannot see. And then, throw the net over him. There we go. Excellent! The elven hisses. Now, to get out of this place, he rushes towards the door. Search the guard. No, search the guard. You search the guard, finding a copy of the same key you already had, along with a couple of gold pieces. Quickly, he hisses, the elven from the doorway. You drive out into the corridor, and slam the door behind you. Lock the fucking door. Nope, not gonna get it. Moving quickly, you lock the door with the copper key. Run for it, the elf cries. And he's right. Inside the cell, the guard has got the bucket off his head and has moved to the window. You hurtle around the corner just as the beam of fire explodes off the wall behind you. You hear him rattling the door into the cell, but it seems he cannot open it. Smart. You race up and set a set of stairs heading towards the patch of sunlight and emerge in an alleyway in the other side of the prison wall. The elf at his back. You emerge into a square. You emerge into a quiet side street and begin to weave and duck through the alley. The elven weak from his long stay at the tiny cell, can barely keep pace with you, but is filled with joy to be free, that he laughs even as he trips and stumbles. Right, left. Turn left. At the first junction, you turn left. Do you know where you're going? Not a clue. Left again. At the next junction, you go left. The elven is flagging. He cannot help running like this anymore. Go on, he gasps from several strides behind. I'll hide here. No, I'm going to help you. You're nearly free, you reply, grabbing the elf under his arm. I mean it, he hisses, shaking himself free. I'll hide, you idiot, while you distract any more guard with the running. Now go. All right. Good plan. Good plan. I know that, the elfin hisses, burying himself in a pile of boxes and scrap. Now go. It breaks your heart to leave him, but you know he's right. You wish him luck, then hurry away. The elven crawls into a pile of junk and beds down. Perhaps you will see him again. Okay, right this time. You keep running, taking a right. Suddenly, you emerge from the alley into a wider, busier street. You slow yourself to a nonchalant walk. Don't know how I got out of here, but yay! The road turns and heads roughly southeast once more, but you have been spotted. A group of young orclings are scurrying towards you. They look like ne'er-do-wells, so hurry to avoid them. You increase your stride, hoping to breeze straight past, but the gang is big enough for them to easily block the road. You are soon right in their midst. Their hands poking at you. You push onward, hoping for a donation. And push onward, hoping for a donation. You know what? Here. I'm nice to the poor. You hand a coin to the nearest one. The orcling falls about themselves immediately, squabbling over it. I'm going to talk to them. Hey, you catch one of the orclings by the arm. Now I get something from you. Which way do I go for the north gate? Alright, fine. Here's another gold piece. Which way? Well, I'll give you one for the gold piece. You hand over a gold piece. The orcling shakes its head. I suppose it's that way, he says, pointing up the street northward. The orclings squabble and shove one another aside. Alright. You gently move the orcling aside so you can continue along the path, but despite your gift, the little cretins are crowding in close, their hands mauling at your backpack. Either they are playing, or they're trying to steal from you. I can do that. I know what I can do. I forgot what the spell's called. One sec. Let me sort my spell book for 1 second here. We have... Gak. G-A-K. Fucking leave me alone, kids. G. Oh. G-O-B. No, that's not gonna work. Shit. Alright. Alright, keep going through my spell book. Give me a minute, kids. Oh, nope. Wrong thing. Spell book. Alright, let's go all the way back to the front. Zap. Don't want to do anything, mean or anything. Law, dumb, big. Big could work, but that'll grow attention to me. Dop, Raz, Sus. 6. The spell cast on the body and multiple images of the caster, all capable of casting spells and attacking. Each will perform identical action. 6 could work. Yob is also a bit of a thing. Sap, useful in combat, demoralizing people. Don't have much on the end spot here for spells. I'm gonna say... Ooh! Dud or 6. Dud might work. Dud actually would really work. D-U-D. Fucking you want gold? Here's some gold. You cast the spell and piles of gold and treasure spill from the sleeves of your jacket all over the road. The Orklings go instantly into a frenzy of collection, running over each other and beating each other up, stuffing handfuls of gems into their tunic you take the opportunity to fuck off. Sorry about that, kids. Gotta learn about magic sometime. You continue up the road, leaving the chattering Orklings behind. After a short distance, you come across a large building made of stone and mortar. Look at the building. See, this is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to come over here. You stand alone outside its own patch of ground, and... What is that? No, wait. It stands alone inside its own patch of ground, and unusually, it seems to be a state of good repair. A large L is carved into one gatepost. The main road continues straight past the house. An L, you say? I want to go in here. I'm seeing. You enter the gate and follow the path to the front of the house. Between tall, well-tended trees, this place seems quite lived. Yes, quite lived indeed. Question of note, though. What did close here? Let's see. 4 nobles. 4 nobles know the spells. Noble clue. Lord Teeth, one of the nobles, is dead. Shiva is dead. Have the numerous. I thought I read. Lord Noble, Priest, Portal Trap. No, I was thinking that there was a person with an L in their name, but I guess not. Let's see. Creep around the side. No, we'll be straightforward with this. To the front of the house. The door to the house is solid oak. Solid oak wood, decorated with elaborate carvings in the middle of a great brass knocker. Knock, knock, knock. You knock firmly on the door, but no one answers. The house seems empty, dark, and quiet. Alright, well, I'm going to leave the front door then. You step back from the front door. Alright, actually, that's a good just a good question, because one of those things I just remembered reading. There's no red quarter. It said red quarter, but there's no red. There's fallen quarter, but no red. Back over here, please. Alright. So, either go back or, you know what? Let's go and take a peek around the side here. You move confidently with stealth. Dropping to all fours, you sneak through the gate and crouch low behind the window at the side of the house. But the house seems to be empty, so your caution is unnecessary. Staying close to the ground, you explore the grounds of the building. So let's see. So there's an outbuilding. Oh, that's the only where I can go. You creep to the cover of an outbuilding. It was perhaps once a storehouse, but its contents have now burst through its walls. Broken items and bits of glass tumble out between bent wooden stalls and through fractured window panes. Looking back at the house, you can make out a door in the rear of the house. Look through the junk here. You pick cautiously through the junk. There is a gold-backed mirror, its glass shattered, from some fragments of an orb of crystal and half of a pearl ring with what looks like a bite mark taken out of it. The owner of this house must be a wizard, and one not afraid to experiment with valuable equipment either. Let's try to repair something. If you could repair even one of these items, it would be extremely valuable. Let's try the crystal. I like crystals. You lift the crystal shard from the junk cautiously. Once, this orb could have been contained swirling depths and deep fog, and allowed its user to cast a spell of foreshadowing. But now, it's good as nothing. Most of it is missing. You fling it aside. Well, the ring actually might be more useful here, because the mirror is a broken mirror. You pick up the piece of the ring. There really are tooth marks on it. Something has eaten the pearl itself, or perhaps they ate the person wearing the ring and spat this part out. Either way, it is incomplete and can't be repaired. You toss it. Well, it's still a ring. You might be able to sell it. The mirror? You lift the gold-backed mirror carefully out of the pile. The glass is cracked, but none of it seems to have fallen out of the frame, which means you may well be able to repair it. We'll put that in the pack. You open your pack, but as you try to slide the mirror in, the glass fragments fall out and shatter to dust in the flagstone path. The mirror is now useless. So with a sigh, you toss it away. You leave the junk pile and its broken treasures and turn your attention to the back door of the house. You're in luck. Seems it's slightly ajar. You open the back door. It has been carelessly left unlocked. You go inside. The inside of the house is well kept and clean. There are fresh flowers in vases, and the surfaces are dust-free. It is as though whoever lived here has just slipped out for a few minutes and will return at any moment, except for the paper strewn everywhere across the hallway. The floor is almost a foot deep in books, torn pages, and folders with charred edges. It is as though a lightning storm has passed through the study on the left, and another door lies opposed. By the smell of it, it's a kitchen. Let me look through the papers here. You browse through the papers. Some are complex, and you can't understand the words. Others are calculations. There are also maps and charts and plans of Kare, the hills, the backlands to the north. Other documents look almost like charts for spellmaking, such as the chief mage used back in the outpost settlements to prepare your spellbook. Whoever lived here is clearly a scholar of some great wisdom, and most likely a wizard as well. Exploring doesn't seem like a good idea somewhat. Yeah. No. Yeah, let's not cross a wizard. You have explored enough. You leave the house and return to the outside street. Yeah, I don't want to cross a spellcaster. You return to the main road. Although it seems like the man might be dead. Don't want to risk it. The road continues on between dense houses on either side, when suddenly you begin to smell sharp, acrid smell. Burning? Looking ahead, you see a column of smoke. Is the district on fire? Push onward. You stride forward, rounding a corner in the road until you can see the source. It's a fire, but not a blazing house. Instead, it comes from an enormous forge set into the large blacksmith's shop. The blacksmith himself is at work, hammering away at a flattened, bladed sword. Oh, blacksmiths are always good for some stuff. You approach the blacksmith and try to attract his attention, but knocking a few of his display items... It seems to be the blacksmith is quite deaf. Years of hammering on sparking metal has left him quite oblivious to everything around him. You, sir? You walk over and tap the arm. The blacksmith jumps. Didn't see you there, he bellows so loudly. The man is clearly not that bright. Didn't mean to startle you. Not scared, the blacksmith replies hotly. Me? Of you? Nah. The blacksmith polishes his blade lovingly. Ew, not in public. Tell me about your swords. This was my This was my farnest. Farnest? Finest? He replies proudly, indicating the blade is he, as he's currently... the blade is he, as he is currently polishing up, a blade of large hand. Large hand? Large hand. The blacksmith agrees. It's large hand hardened. Try the blade. You reach out to try the blade, but the blacksmith catches your arm. I warn you, he says, once you've tried it, you won't want any other. And it's not a cheap. I'll risk it. The blacksmith shrugs and releases your arm. Go on then. I think he's mixing. He's missing a few teeth. You pick up the blade and swing it through the air. It sings. The weight is perfect. The metal sharpened, the blade so delicate it becomes almost an extension of your arm. This is the finest blade you've ever held. How much? The blacksmith grins. I told ya. Ready for it. 40 gold. 40? The blacksmith nods. That's a lot. I don't have that much. Blacksmith nods and takes the blade back with loving care. I'll find its owner sooner enough, I'm sure. Okay, sure. Alright. It's nice talking with you. 40 fucking gold pieces. Do you think we could have actually... Oh, man. That might have been both books worth of stuff. Damn. That's a special kind of run through there. It's a beautiful blade. He is right. Damn. Ooh, what the hell? What's going on here? Please tell me that's a statue and not an actual person squatting over some soup. You walk between the narrow buildings until you reach a fork. To the left, the road continues towards some kind of bustling market, while to the right, it leads down a shorter street. In the center of the fork is a great bronze statue with some kind of pot at its feet. Look down the short street, which is where I would have come from. Looking down the short street, to the right, you see a sign above the doorway reading, The Gambling Halls of Lada. Several seedy-looking creatures mill about the steps. Cheerful creatures go in, and miserable-looking ones come out. Yep, not gambling. Only have 7. The statue is of a giant brute wielding a club, and its feet is a large pot filled with gold pieces. This must be one of Kare's many gods, with the pot intended for worshippers making offerings, although none of the passing creatures seem to be throwing any in. Time to move on. Let's take a look at that statue. Actually, wait a minute. No, that would go up to the square. Through the arch, the left fork, hall. So that's the gambling hall. That's left fork. Up is through the arch to another square thing. Let's go to the statue. What's the statue? You go over to the statue and look into the pot. It seems to contain almost 20 gold pieces. Damn! Leave Will alone. Look up at the statue. Tilting your head, you look upward at the statue. He's an imposing figure, at least 4 times your height, and solidly armed. You do not recognize the god depicted, but his presence is close to the gambling hall, suggesting he is either a god of prosperity or a god devoted to punishing those who do not pay their debts. I'm going to leave well enough alone. It seems most suspicious. So much gold out in the open must be a trap. The day is drawing on. Alright, let's go up this way. So I want to see what's this square built. What's this building? Ooh. You head back down the road under the arch and into the plaza. On the side of the square, the main road continues on through a low arch. 1,000 other alleys lead off in all directions into Upper Carré. Approach the monument. You approach the crowd around the monument, which is so thick it is hard to see inside. Here, says one of the creatures, whom you elbow aside, be careful. Oh, apologize. So sorry. You approach. You apologize, and the creature huffs and moves away from the crowd, clambering up the steps of the monument. You finally get to see inside, but the monument seems to be empty. There is just a circular rug that fills the floor space. The crowd murmur and whispers. Hey, what the fuck's going on here? Can't you tell? Were you born yesterday? Sorry, I don't live here. Well, we don't like strangers, the creature replies. The crowds are clustered around the monument as though expecting the rug inside to move. I'm just going to step back. You step away, shaking your head. You can make no sense of it. From a side alley, two red-eyed guards burst into the square, looking hot and bothered. They turn their face this way and that, but don't seem to be able to catch your scent. A moment later, they drive back into the alleyway to continue the hunt. You have lost them. Well, that's good to know. I'm just going to leave. You look around the various exits from the square. Let's see, where do we want to go here? Where do we want to go? This looks like a market, somewhat, so I kind of want to go over there. Back through the alley. Head up the road towards the giant statue once more. Still plenty of ground to cover. So I could have popped out over here, or I could have popped out up here, or through an alley. Okay, so I got kind of lucky into where we're going. So, alright, to the left, possibly a market stalls. Ooh, I was right. You follow the road to a wide open space laid out for a market. There are several stalls, all selling the same goods. Their traders arguing loudly over who has the cheapest or the best quality. Let's see. Browse provisions, browse weapons, useful gear, magic items. Well, let's take a look at provisions. I don't have any stuff. Food is reasonably expensive, with the cheapest provisions being sold at 3 gold pieces each. One trader is also selling a wrapped package of 6 meals worth 15, but you don't have enough for that. I'll take 1, thank you. Have 1 in the back pocket just in case. Let's take a look at the useful gear. You browse around stalls selling useful gear and items for travelers and come across 2 things. What might be, that's not right. The first is a tinderbox for lighting fires, though it would not work without tinder. And the second is a bottle of snakebite antidote. The tinderbox costs 2, and the antidote 3. Tinderbox would be really useful. Alright, fine, I'll buy a tinderbox. You hand over 2 gold pieces and put the tinderbox into your pack. It will help you when you camp out in the cold plains of the Backlands. Yes! I knew buying that would be a good thing, I thought. You thank the trader and move on. I don't know about weapons. Magical items would be very expensive. Let's take a look at weapons first. You take a turn about the armorer stalls. Mostly that what is on sale is poor quality or weaker than the blade you already carry. But 2 things catch your eye. A hefty broadsword with a good solid grip, and a bow with a quiver of silver-tipped arrows. What's the bow? Hopefully it's not. It's going to be expensive. You lift the bow and test the string. It seems firm and responsive, and although you have little use of ranged weapons, this one seems hardly enough. The quiver is interesting. It contains 10 arrows, but each has a tip made not of steel, but of silver. Ooh. The armorer nods at you significantly as you discover this. For you know what? Werewolves. How much? 6. Oh god, sorry. No, I have nothing. Continue. Unfortunately. Alright, magic. 2 gold. God damn. You scour the market for items that might be useful for your own magic, but you find nothing except one jeweler's stand with an assortment of a lot of very expensive and overpriced jewelry is offering a sun jewel for sale at the exorbitant price of 15 gold pieces. Fuck that. Okay. Damn. So by this time, if I was either really smart with my money or was exploring more, I might have had enough for all that, for a lot of stuff. But I don't, so we won't. Beyond the market is a street of tall... Also, I realize my voice is... I'm starting to go. Okay. Beyond the market is a street of tall, iron-fenced houses. You are entering a rich district, built in relative safety, close to the wall, on the highest point of land in the city. Excuse me. Few creatures live here, and it would seem that beggars are not tolerated. Well, all right. At least, well, I have no money to give them anyway. The streets are emptied, and for the first time, clean. You pass a well with a pulley attached, built above it, but no rope. Toss a gold to your witcher. You flick a coin into the well and wait for several seconds before you hear a bloop. As it hits the water, the well is clearly very deep. Suddenly, from below, you hear a woman's voice singing. Throw down one coin more. One more coin for me. 2 wishes will I grant for thee. I mean, I got no use for those other 2 pieces of coin. You drop your last gold piece into the well. The voice returns. Thank you for tossing down your wealth. For one more coin, I'll grant you health. Fortunately, you have no more gold. Do I have any spells that I could use? Let me take a look here. Hot, zap, foff, wall, la, done, big. We'll open that up. Sus is that. No, I have nothing. Yob. Just throw a giant tooth, see what happens. How, doc, dud, zod, mag, pop. Do I even have stones? I think I have stones. Dim, fog, mud. No. Sap. Rock. Nip, puff. All the other stuff is no. I guess I'm gonna have to walk away. Sorry, lady. I got nothing else. You wait a short while, but nothing magic occurs. Enraged, you walk away from the well. Damn. I was just duped. Oh, I'm not even going over there. Alright. I guess to the, graveyard, then. You have reached a wide, desolate area, fenced off by an overgrown iron railing. Inside, tall yew trees reach up to twice the height of the city wall beyond. This is the necropolis, the city of the dead, for those who pass away in Carré with enough money to ensure their bodies are not simply tossed into the water. Lovely. The road to the north gate passes straight through and offers no way around. Take a look. The main path is wide enough for processions and carts, but leading off are several smaller paths that wind between trees and hearthstones to all the different suburbs of the graveyard. There are plenty of places for things to hide here. Lovely. Well, we're looking for a ghost. After the hubbub of the upper carré, the necropolis has a silence which is almost deafening. Take a look around. Either side, listing gravestones crawl with small creatures. No flowers grow here. It's like the bodies give off poison as they rot. Well, I mean, the people here probably are a bit toxic. Everything here is dead, and yet this place is neither empty nor still. The wind whistles between the tall trees. The sun is setting behind the wall. Oh, great. I'm in a graveyard, and it's gonna be night. Great. Look around to the gravestones. Great. You step nervously off the path and walk between the nearest tombs. Some are ancient headstones tilted to crazy angles, and some of them have fallen face down, as though the citizens of the graveyard have been drinking since they died. Others are fresh, neatly carved and clean of all moss and weeds. They sparkle in the moonlight, as though cleaned by maids and waiting for their occupants to arrive. So let's see here. We have the choice of leaving the graveyard, which I don't think I want to do. Go for the older tombs or the newer tombs. I'm going to say the newer tombs because that's where the dead guy might be buried. There are several tombs here. There must have been a recent plague on the rich in the city. Oh, yeah, well, we know. They are scattered around in roughly alphabetical groups. Ooh. Okay, hold up a minute. We have clues. Scholar's House, Lord, let's see here. Nobles. Moles is a dude. Tereth, one of the nobles. 4 nobles are each given the line of the spell in the north gate. You will need to find these nobles if you... so if I find 4 of the nobles... that wouldn't have been great. First noble... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Lord Shinava is dead. However, there are rumors that his spirit still haunts the crypt in the necropolis. So, Shinva. S. So, LMNOPQRST. Here we go. You look for the one from one headstone to the other. A few catch your eye, though you can't immediately say why. Shinva! Hello, my friend. You approach Shinva's mausoleum. Carved above the door is, "Here rests Lord Shinva, 5th noble of House Kare." A noble, but surely it's too late for him to help you. Well, we know that this one is a ghost. The door to Shinva's mausoleum seems to be unlocked and is a crack ajar, as though someone regularly came and went. Just in front of it is a ring of little mushrooms growing up against the front step of the mausoleum. Oh, that's a fairy ring. You crouch down and look at the mushrooms. They look highly poisonous. Not least because you can't see a single insect crawling around or under any of them. Unusually, the ring itself is also perfectly circular in shape. In the center, something silver glints, a stake pushed into the soft soil. You know what? I'm going to take the stake. You reach over and pull out the silver stake, but you can't reach it without stepping inside the mushroom ring. Something about that gives pause, but you can't tell why. No. That's... No. It's too cold to stand still in the shadow of the wall. Nope. So I either need to walk into the tomb, jump over the ring. You know what? We're just going to jump over the ring here. You take a running jump and jump clear over the circle of mushrooms, landing on the step of the mausoleum. I don't trust it. Circles of mushrooms, or circles in any natural phenomenon, not safe. That's a fairy ring or something. The air inside is freezing. Dust coats the floor. Urns line the walls, but there is no coffin. The floor space is empty, except for the far corners, where a narrow stone staircase leads down into darkness. Let's move. Skulls peer at you from the walls. Turn and flee? No, we gotta go down. Unafraid of what you might find below, you make your way towards the stairs, but you must have stepped on some kind of switch, as behind you hear a noise, and you turn, you see a door swing shut. Try and block it? You look around for something to block the door, with, but all that comes to hand is a skull. You place it in the gap of the doorway. The door slab continues to move, and the skull is pulverized into powder. Then it seals with a bang, and you are plunged in darkness, filled only with the sound of your own breathing, and one other noise, a distant rattle of chains. Oh, shit. Oh, I should have used the door spell. Shit. The echo of the slamming door circles the room. Things are moving across the flagstone. Light the tinderbox. Yes! You fumble for the tinderbox and strike it. A spark flashes, but without a tinder, the flame cannot catch and goes dark just as quickly as it lit. You dig through the pack, something flammable. Not the spell book. You close your pack once more. It isn't worth the loss. The darkness is absolute. Anything could have your throat in this gloom. I'm going to cast a spell. Ooh, there we go. Daub. Wasn't it Daub? D-O... Dop. Yeah, Dop! You cast the spell over the door, and it begins to creak and groan, the heavy stone flagging against the force that is holding it closed. But eventually the spell wins out and the door reopens. You cheer with delight as the moonlight shines into the crypt. Something rushes around the boots, and you crack and into a crack in the stone. Oh, thank fuck. Alright, go back down the stairs. You head for the stairs once more, but the light from the doorway does not go far. Halfway down, the dark is absolute once more. Great. Menacing sounds echo up from the depths of the crypt. The clanking of chains, the moaning of wind. Perhaps there is some kind of machine down there. Perhaps the mechanism that operates the door? Surely it can be nothing worse. Keep going. Something reaches out and touches your neck with an icy cold grip and tightens. Fight. You grapple for whatever is holding you, but either they are made of air or they dance around you, escaping your arms. Either way, you cannot reach them. You're beginning to choke. Pray. You try to whisper a final prayer to the ape, but the wraith only laughs as it chokes the last words from your throat. Then, just as you think you will never breathe again, a heavy blade is plunged into your heart, and you die from that instead. What? You've been stabbed in the dark. God damn me in the darkness. Rewind. Wow, I'm dying a lot. I'm going to freeze. You stop still. Something reaches out and touches your neck with an icy grip. Run! You try to run, but your grip around your neck is so tight, you move. You begin to choke. Struggle? You twist and turn around, but you only shake the last air from your lungs. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm stabbed in the dark again. Damn, I am dying a lot. Okay. Keep going. I can't run. Scream? Oh, wow, this is a dead end no matter what. Rewind. Alright, can I keep going? Freeze. Well, okay. Do I have a spell that could do something here? Ooh. The zombie spell would be interesting. Let's see. Sap. Creatures demoralized. Black face mask. No. Fog definitely wouldn't help here. Good defensive spell. You can cast any attacking creature and muddle its mind. Protective spell cast removes magic. It must be cast quickly and work by neutralizing the attacking spell. The spell is used a very powerful, potent weapon. Alright, mag might actually be good. Yeah, alright, so we either use Zed or mag. This could be bad. We might have to rewind a bit. Ooh, nothing that I thought would actually work here. Alright, we don't have these kinds of spells. I'm going to freeze. Fight. And nothing's going to happen. Struggle. What is my fate? Alright. So, back. There we go. Ooh, wow, back all the way up to here. So let's go here. Jump over ring. Enter the newer tombs. There we go. Oops. No. Ba-da-da-da. There we go. Rewind there. Found the S's. That mausoleum. Yay! Boom. Alright, little mushrooms. Look at the ring. Take the silver stake. Alright, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just take the stake. You reach for the stake, stepping into the circle of mushrooms to get close enough to reach. Except when when your foot should meet the ground, it doesn't, and you find yourself falling. It teleported me, didn't it? That's what the teleporting things are. You are floating slowly down through the air, turning over and over. You are in pitch blackness. You can't see a thing. Then, a spot of light appears. It grows wider and wider, until finally you emerge to a fate that is nearly worse than death. I'm in a sewer again. Well, I mean, not again. You have landed in a disgusting pile of unbelievable filths. Slime, excrement, sludge, dung, and dregs. All the way up to your knees. You are evidently in the sewers of Carre. Get up. You start to struggle up on your feet. With a splashing sound, sound to your left draws your attention to a small opening in the wall. Right next to your ear. Something is coming. Duck and avoid it. Ow. You take a deep breath, swallow your pride, and duck down into the foul sludge. Then, when you come up for air, the sludge is gone. You clear yourself off the best you can. Oh, deluge. Oh. Where the fuck am I? You stand in a cavernous sewer tunnel, filled knee-deep with slow-flowing, stench-filled water. It is pitch black. You could be standing in a mountaintop or inside a coffin, except that is for a single speck of light somewhere in the far distance. Make a move. Tunnels disappear off the darkness. So, towards the light. Let me see. Let me take a look at the map here. Jesus. Hey, look! I know that sewer over there. I think. Maybe. Oh, I do, actually. Wait a minute. That goes up. Interesting. Huh. Oh, I just thought of something so funny. Alright. You know what well we're going to? We're going to this well over here. Well, no, not that well. Chances are the well that we found over there is one of these two. Well, whatever. Whatever the case. Let's just go towards the light here, because it's the only light. You make your way up the tunnel towards the distant light. It is slow progress as you creep through the dark, keen on not tripping over the muck. The distant light grows closer. Closer. Whoever it is moving quicker than you. Ice-cold water drips from the ceiling and runs down your neck. I'm gonna wait. You wait, and within a few moments, the tunnel is filled with goblins. They are not one or two, but a whole army, led by a tall, stocky elder goblin, and chanting a weird, guttural song. They pause a short distance away from you, and the leader steps forward. You should not be here, the goblin declares. This is the domain of the Mad King. This is the domain of the Mad King and of us. Can you take me to the king? Oh, shit. Take me to the king, you demand. The goblin laughs. Certainly, Yui will drag your corpse to his feet. He gestures behind him, and one of his warriors steps up, grinning and drawing a long hook blade. Oh god, I'll actually be honest. My throat is starting to go. So what kind of spell do I got? I got M's, P's, things. Oh shit. Alright, let me go. Just a second, let me look through my spell book here. Wall, law, dumb? Dumb could work, but that's a lot of stamina. Big, not a good idea here. Sus, six could work. Yob, too much. Doc, no. Dawes, the spell may be cast upon a creature, reducing its movement and actions about the 6th normal speed. Appears to move at a dream sequence, making it much easier to evade and defeat. Alright. That sounds pretty good. Oops. Da 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 da. Let's go with D. O. D. Z. Slowness. You cast your spell over the approaching goblin, and its movements begin to slow down until it is creeping through the water towards you. You rush forward and skewer it with ease. The goblin leader laughs. He gestures around for his minions to face you. That's where I attack. Okay, because that one big one was probably not great. Let's go with a cut. Oh, that hurts. That really, really hurts. Cut. No. These guys are... actually kind of dangerous. Alright, defend just a little bit. We should be okay. Get some power back. Let's go with a 4. Yeah. Doesn't really matter what I do right at the moment, unless he goes really high up. Oh, he went a little high up there. Stabby, stabby. Oh, I got stabbed. Okay, well, we might have to do this again. We're definitely doing this one again. Stabby, stabby. Let's try that again. That's a lot of stamina I do not want to lose. Alright, defend. Oh, that's not the move he did before. Alright, let's try a 4.5 here. Another 5.3. Ooh, overpowered. Aha! That was that. You know what? Better. Much better. The goblin leader frowns. He is starting to get angry. He motions one more goblin into battle. Defend. Oh, we both were being cautious there. Thrust. Ooh, he was defending. I'll defend now too. Alright, we were both a little cautious. No, 3.8. Overpower. A 3. That's a good 3. Alright, I need to defend. Ow. Get some. Get some! And stabby stabby. There we go. Alright, I'll take another 2. 2 is fine. The first signs of a gentle fear are showing to your goblin leader's face. He insists one more of his soldiers draw his sword. Alright, I am... Oh, fear. Alright, you want fear? I got fear for you. What is it? G... That's not what I wanted. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Stab. Stab. Keep stabbing. Go with a 5.7. Ooh, that was not a great 5.7 there. We'll go 4.1 this time. There we go. Defend that. Oh. Alright, we're doing okay. 3.3. Aha! Last but not least, come on. There we go. Overpowered. Alright, 1 stamina. We're managing this. Enough, the goblin leader cries. You waste my time and my soldiers. Go in peace. And with that, he waves his army on. They march off into the tunnel. Alright, let them go. I'm good. There are so many goblins that it takes several minutes for them all to pass. Clearly, they could have had your neck if they had so chosen. You have been lucky. At the rear are 2 goblin generals. How many more soldiers does the Mad King want? The first asks the second, as they pass your position. Thousands, the second replies, then spits, but he'll get what he gets. That he will, the first agrees, testing his blade on his thumb. The 2 walk, still talking in muttering voices. Why do we always test the blades on our thumbs? Again, you're in a sewer. This is how you get infected and die. The goblins are trampling away up the sewers. Alright. Oh, well, I can't go this way, unfortunately. Alright. Fine, I guess I'll follow them. The trail along behind the goblins like a shadow. The Backlands tribes are ready, the first goblin general hisses. The second goblin makes a chittering noise, something close to a laugh, ready to run through the city like a river of molten steel. At a word from the king. A few words, the first goblin replies, but I have learnt a few myself. Eh? One hisses, stopping suddenly and cocking an ear. What was that? We can go back. I wasn't really planning on doing anything with them. You turn your head the other way down the sewers. The way seems to continue on into infinite darkness, but these goblins must have come from somewhere. Yeah, best not follow them. There's nothing else for it. You strike off along the sewers, hoping to find a way out. It is impossible to tell how much time has passed. In the world above, perhaps the sun has gone down and the stars have come out. But down here, all you know is that the people of Carré are still throwing their slop into the grates. The water underfoot sinks, and the ducts above your head rain with thick filth. Man, and we went to a sewer and not a sewer. We went to a goddamn spa and everything. You reach a junction of 2 sewers. One way sealed by a grating. Well, both don't look great. I'll keep going straight here. You splash on through the water. Then suddenly, your foot strikes something. The base of another wooden ladder sitting on a fork. Test it. Yeah, test it just to... You give the ladder a sharp tug to test its strength. The whole thing comes away in rotten splinters, which rain down into the water like so much slurry. There is no choice but to move on. It's a good thing I tested it. If you keep walking for long enough, the tunnel must come out in the other side of the wall of Carré. The goblins must have entered somehow. Can I leave through that? Oh, shit. Bending passage. Another junction up here. Da, 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 da. A thundering sound announces water nearby. The sewer forks here. What? Oh, careful. Nope, don't click and drag. What do we got here? This waterfall. You follow the sewer. The noise of falling water grows louder until you are standing at the foot of a plunging waterfall. I'd rather not drink it. Examine the water. The water falls from a great height above. Must be below a river or a lake. I shouldn't drink it. It moves away quickly. You move away quickly before you are deafened. Back to the junction. Alright, up we go. You make your way along the sewer. In the distance, you hear a dull, groaning sound. Hopefully it's the water over there. Oh. Oh, lovely. You emerge into a small chamber where a knee-deep pool of sewage has collected. The liquid is bubbling, and as you watch, a shape rises from the water. It is the smooth hide of a slime eater. It roars, gobbling slime and goo at you. Oh, gobbing. Ooh, cast a spell. Oh, ew, ew. Oh, I don't want to deal with a slime eater. Heck. Oh, can I do Yogg? Yob. Alright. Giant. Help. You cast a spell. Throwing down one of your giant's teeth in the muck. The liquid froths and foams violently, and then suddenly something erupts from the filth. A giant, armed with a club. The slime eater cowers from the monster, and the two emerge in engage in a vicious battle. Alright. Well, see how it goes. Oh, shit. You step back and watch as the giant and slime eater slug it out. My giants do not do great. Every blow throws up splashes and explosions of slime, and you are soon covered once again head to toe in filth. Of course. Then finally, the slime eater roars up from under the water, taller than the giant, and floods down on top of it. Weak already. The giant cannot resist, and it's quickly thrust under the water. The slime eater turns his attention to you. You draw your sword, which seems to be a mere toothpick compared to the size of the creature. Then you close in for the kill. All right, defend. This has been a terrible fight. Oh god. All right, let's go a little bit higher here. Oh, by 1 point. That's not great. Oh, it defended. All right, I'm gonna defend this one. Oh, that hurts. Oh, this hurts. This hurts a lot. 4.3. Nah. Come on, I just need to get one good hit in. Oh, it's getting better hits in. Defend. It's getting a lot of better hits in. Nah. Alright, defend. Oh, God. That would have been bad. Alright, last hit. Nah. By 1 point again. Ow. That's 9. You know what? We'll try again. See if we can't keep a little bit. Right. Defend. That's 6.3. Ain't nothing to scoff at there. Let's go with a 5.1 then. Oh, wait. No, he's pretty defensive. 5.2 then? Oh, ow. Damn, he is fucking brutal. Owie, 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 owie. Swipe. Alright, yeah, it hurt me. Hurt me, daddy. No. We're gonna lose this again. Cut. Side swipe. Yeah, we're gonna purposefully lose this. Ow. Try again. This second book is hard. Alright, defend. 2.9. Alright, he's changing up his tactics. Let's go with a 6.1 this time. There we go. That's a decent swing. And let's go full on. 5. Ow. Okay. Defend. Okay, we're doing okay. We did better this time. Yes! Okay, it's dead now. Fucking 2 stamina. Beautiful. The body of the slime eater sinks down into the muck. Past the slime eater's lair is another tunnel. Further on, the sewer ends, and a walkway opens on the right. You seem grateful out of the filth and muck into a low tunnel. Oh boy. A dead end. You arrive at a dead-end passageway, but there is a light here. Shining above, you look up to see a hole in the roof of the sewer, and even better, there is a rope with a bucket hanging from the gap. You have found a disused well. Well, immediately test the rope, because we learned about that earlier. You can't believe your luck. Down here in the dark, you have been close to thinking you might never escape. So you test the rope first, expecting it to come free at the slightest tug. But it does not. It holds secure and firm. The climb will be long, but it'll be safe. Reassured, you start your climb. The first few feet are wonderful. Filth runs clean from your legs, but the rest of the climb is long and makes of hard work.
Oh boy, up we go, come on.
Halfway up, you stop for a rest. Keep climbing. Oh boy. You continue the climb. It takes maybe half an hour of inching your way up the rope. My God, were we good in gym class. But eventually you reach the top. You are indeed climbing out through the well into an open air. And the person sitting, looking around next to me is like, what the fuck? You take a deep lungful, expecting crisp, fresh air. But what greets you is stale and dusty. Where are you now? Where am I now? Oh, shit. You have emerged from the sewer, back into Necropolis, close to its fair gate. The sun is beginning to set already behind the city wall. To the north, you must be close to the gate now. Oh, God. Well, that wasn't worth it, and I still don't have any of the puzzle pieces. You walk for half an hour through thick trees along a narrow track until you reach the fork in the road. To the left, the track gets narrower still. To the right, a massive shadow looms, so large it seems as though a colossus has seated itself on the wall in through. A chill wind blows through you, as through ghosts walked back and forth this way. What is the shadowy shape? It looks like a ziggurat. Look down. Okay, the shadow of the to the right has a jagged silhouette. It is a ziggurat. Ziggurat with perhaps 100 steps leading to its apex. The trees whisper and move. What's the other fork? Looking left, you see distant flicker of torchlight through the trees. The north gate, perhaps? Night is drawing in. You should get moving. Things whisper between the trees.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's all the way to the north gate there. Oh boy. Okay, let's just keep going. We're fine. You walk between clawing trees and thick bushes. The north gate is finally in sight. You can see its imposing, ornately carved wood doors open over the top of the ground, over the top of the guard huts and low buildings that lie at the end of its road. Look at the guard. Can I see from here? You pause to watch the guard huts. They seem quite still. One has a hole in the roof, weed growing through the chimney of another, and are abandoned. Are they abandoned? But between here and there is a long road lined with thick and gloomy trees. The path of wild forests like you haven't seen since the hills. I'm going to go cautiously. You make your way slowly forward, trying to ensure your feet do not crunch too loudly on the ground. Something catches your eye. Movement in the shadows on both sides of the road. Torchlight? Stop and look. You stop, ducking into the shadows and watch. Whatever is moving in the darkness, there are a lot of them. Oh no, it's goblins. Then, a gleam of moonlight catches one of... oh shit! Oh shit. Catches one and you see it clearly. A wolf, clad in tight metal armor. No, a werewolf. It sniffs the air. It has caught your stink. The foul air of the sewer still cling to your clothes. Well, fuck. Let's see what happens. You hold your ground, waiting. The werewolf does not seem crazed or maniacal. Maniacal. There is no full moon to drive it wild. Oh wow, they're werewolves as in good, interesting. Okay. You are glad of your patience, and as further werewolves pad down from the shadows into the path, forming an arc in front of you. Just wait. Hello? You wait, tense and ready to run if necessary. Then they notice a man stepping from the tree line beyond. "Who goes there?" he demands. "Friend or foe?" Friend of whom?" "Then you are oh, fuck. Then you are a foe." The man laughs softly. With a swift movement of his hands, he gestures to his dogs. They bound forward, two catching your wrists in slavering jaws, holding them tightly but firmly. "One flick of my finger," and he says, "and you'll never lift so much as a fork again. Now give me a straight answer. Are you with us or against us?" Now give me a straight answer. Okay. The figure steps closer, and then you realize you recognize him. He is not a man at all, but a thin, haggard elven. "You escaped?" "You escaped," you declare with pleasure. A moment later, he has recognized you from your desperate escape from the Red Eyes. "Holy shit! Friend!" he exclaims. I am quite sure of it. You saved my life." With a moment, the wolves are called off. I'm pleased I could help." The elven nods. "But what brings you here? This is dangerous ground to venture through. Vic's wolves gather here tonight to take the city." I'm heading for the North Gate." Oh god, let me also take some... Oh man, I'm almost done with... I'm going with the liquid. Here we go. "I'm heading for the North Gate." The elven frowns. "You travel to the backlands. You will not get through the gate." "I know about the spell." The elven nods. "Then I wish you luck. Should you fail, know that Carré will welcome you back. I will ensure it." Okay, good. There's some sort of upheaval going on here in this town, and I'm just passing through. This is fascinating. With that and a flick of his fingers, he disappears into the trees. All right. New clues, you say? Oh, no, not that. No, hold up. Let me look at the clue. What is the clue? Fifth noble Shavna is dead. Lord Shivna, the fifth noble of the Carré, but he is dead and buried in the necropolis. Yep, no, we already saw that one. Fixed teeth, werewolves, trapped in their lupine form by plate armor, stalk the city at night, controlled and owned by a man named Vic. And then, in tunnels under Carré, an army of goblins are massing an attack. Dear lord, this place is not great. Alright, you have reached the North Gate. Oh, my adventure. You have reached the North Gate. The ground before it is wide and clear and lit by blazing torches set into brackets either side of the enormous sealed doors. Should there be archers hiding in the shadows, they would have a clear sight on you. Off to one side is a well, but there is no other cover. Oh, that might have been the other well that we might have found. You don't know any of the spell lines, of course. Perhaps the gate will open to Dop spell, after all. I'm going to wait and watch for a minute, because I am always cautious. You wait in the shadows and watch. If the guards are patrolling, you should be able to learn their patterns. But strangely, there seems to be no guards here at all. Perhaps because the gate is locked, no one bothers to guard it anymore. Alright, stride over. Throwing caution to the wind, you step out of the shadows and approach the gate. Time to see how good our lockpicking skills really are. You search. You reach the other side of the clearing, unscathed, and stand below the enormous doors. Push the doors. You halt. You halt at the doors. The gate does not even rattle. You hear a scrabbling noise in the distance. Alright, alright. There seems to be nothing more you can do. You wait, wondering if anything will change. Suddenly, you are not alone. A phantom voice issues from the wood itself. "Halt, stranger," it boons. "Do you know the spell which controls the gate?" No, I don't. The voice begins to laugh. "Then the gate denies you," replying the voice. From across the clearing, you hear a scrabbling sound of metal moving over stone. You look around, but see nothing. Look at the shadows by the wall. You gaze into the shadows by the wall, expecting from the sound to see guardsmen sneaking along the and dragging the point of their sword across the stone behind them. But there is nothing there. Then you hear a cry, and you whip around to see a face emerging from the well shaft in the corner of the clearing. It bears and lingers, hook-teeth smile of a goblin. The creature is climbing a rope with a grasping hook attached, which is hooked over the lip of the wall. I'm gonna hide. Fucking hide. I'm dealing with fucking goblins. You turn to run, aiming to find somewhere you can hide and watch what unfolds. But when you realize that you are running for your life, as a goblin after goblin clambers from the well and begin to race across the clearing towards you, there is no way you can fight 100 goblins, so you dash aside into the shadows. Fuck. The goblin pour up from the gate. They are going to try and ram it. But then they stop, and in their midst a small figure is being propelled forward. You cannot clearly see him, but he is wearing a dull metal circlet on his brow, which he clutches as though it was keeping him safe. The king, perhaps? But since when have goblins have kings? He is surrounded by a guard of nearly 20 goblins, as though he was indeed precious. Oh, he might be the Mad King. All right, hang back. You hang back, watching as the figure nears the gate. Leaning down to the lock, he whispers something, but you can't hear what he says. A moment later, the gate begins to move. It opens. Don't rush in. Stay back. You hang back, watching, looking through. You make out figures in the darkness beyond the gate. Marsh goblins. Thousands of them. Oh yeah, we were told way back that the goblins are mounting an attack here. Screaming and armed for war, they begin to race forward, pouring through the gate. Everyone in this town is probably going to die. Filling the clearing and meeting their hill cousins in a loud and violent celebration. The man with the circlet at the gate cries with glee. "A new day for Kare begins," he cries, clambering into the shoulders of nearby goblins, as though about to make a speech. Quite suddenly, the goblin that are carrying him let him go. He cries out as he falls to the ground. A sword goes up, slashing down. There is a scream. They have murdered their own king. What's going on here? The circlet from his head rolls to your feet. The goblins, clashing swords on shields, look towards the city with violent eyes. Take the circlet. Yoink! From the way the king was clutching the circlet, you might have thought it was a thing of power, perhaps akin to the crown of kings itself, but it's nothing. Cheap, hammered iron. It still bears the groove from when it was once a goblin's sword. You toss it into the dust. Keep hiding. You hang back in the shadows of the gate. More and more goblins are surging in through the gate, and they are starting to organize. One, a leader of some kind, is hoisted up by others so he can address the crowd. "Kare falls," he screams in his guttural voice, "and every creature dies." Perhaps when their rampage has begun, you'll be able to slip out through the gate and continue your mission, so long as you're willing to let Kare burn. Yeah, I'll let it burn. There are too many coming through the gate at the moment. You hover in the shadows near the gate. "Kare is ours," screams their leader, and with a clash of swords, the army begins to march down the road into the city. No, not my monkey, not my circus. There is nothing you can do to prevent them. You stand in the clearing and watch as the army pours away into the city. You hear their guttural song echoing through the night. A few minutes later, you see flames where they have torched the trees. It will take them an hour, perhaps, to pass through the necropolis into the market and the Red Quarter. I'm just leaving. I'm just going to leave. You turn to the open gate. Beyond lies the Backlands and the rest of your journey. Carré will have to burn, but you will not fail to recover the crown. You stride for the gate. Then a voice rings out. Stop! There is a better way. Who? What? Where? You look around, but can see no one. But all around you, something is happening. The marsh goblins entering the gate have slowed down. Their war-mongering becomes an absurd, stately dance. The noise in the clearing dulls to a low rumble. I command you to stop, the voice cries, and suddenly you feel yourself held rigid. From the smoke of the torches by the gate, a figure emerges. Look at the figure. It is an old man with a long beard and deep black irised eyes. He places... Oh, fuck, this is the wizard, isn't he? He paces through the crushing... oh, God. I'm so glad this is almost over. I am losing it. He passes through the churning goblin army to stand in the open. His legs disappear into a spiral trail. He is at least part wraith. Step forward, he commands, and you find yourself bidden. Fuck. I have aligned 3 stars, the ghostly man declares. Vic rises tonight. The goblins show their hand tonight. But also, you. You are here tonight. My name, the finger intones, is Lorag. I was once a scholar and a noble of this city. Later, I founded it. You founded it later? I founded it, you reply, confused. Who is this crazed shade? I saw Carré was falling. Sansis had lost his mind and sided with the goblins. The council was in ruins. My own life was threatened. I saw that Carré needed to be saved, so I went back to remake it in a way that could be saved. And here we are now. You have been here 2 days. I have been here hundreds of years, waiting for you to bring me the spell for the gate. But the gate's already open. You reply. The goblins opened it. Their leader did. The figure slowly shakes its head. The spell does not open the gate. His tone is heavy and dark. The tarred timber. The spell controls it. And there are deep magics burned into the wood itself. Magics that have poisoned the city and burns fire into the eyeballs of those who live nearby. Yeah, we've seen those. He stares at you, his cloak blackened, his coal black eyes expressing no emotion. Deep magics I placed here to be used by you tonight. I am dead. You must act for me. And if I refuse? You reply steadfast. You must not, the wizard replies, for Carré will fall. But there's no more time. You insist. It's too late. The goblins are already inside the walls. There is a magic, Lorang replies, that will give you the time you need. I cast it on myself once and went far back. Before the city was built, I founded Carré. Now you will save it. He waits to let the words sink in. Fuck, we're doing time travel now. If you will allow me, he says, I will bend time itself so that you may return to the city and find the spell for the gate. So, shall you take the adventure, or will you leave Carré to burn? Understand also, he adds darkly, I will curse you and the journey to follow if you do not assist me. You hesitate. Carré is a city of traps, but also of secrets, and there are still more than you might find. Can you afford to let the city port burn? I don't want to get cursed. Fine, I'll continue my search. I will help you, you tell him. The wizard nods. The lines are known to 4 nobles. Lord Theeth is blind and living in the wasteland of Upper Carré. Don't we know that? Didn't we meet him? Alright. Lord Sinva is dead, but not yet forgotten in his mausoleum of the necropolis. Lord Morlas was a follower of the god Slangl, and in his shrine near the docks of Lower Carré, you may learn his line. As for my line, I give it to you freely. Tumblers, too, sealed deep inside. Ready myself? He raises his arm and begins the spell. That's a pretty badass spell if you're turning back time. If I could turn back time. My throat is so fucked right now. The raging goblins stand like statues. Oh, because he stopped time. Great. You feel yourself lifting up from your body, as though you have been snatched away by birdmen. As you lift into the air, you hear Lorag cry out one last piece of advice. Find the lines, and find the order of the lines. Carré dwindles beneath you, and you feel your body growing weaker. Your clues have been updated. So, we go out. Okay. So, what? We just click this one here? This will take you back in time to continue your search for the spell lines. Oh, fuck. Nah. Fuck. We have to do the entire thing again? You are being wretched in directions. Wait, why do I have 19 stamina now? You are wretched in directions you did not know existed. The pain is unbearable, and just when you think you will go mad from it, the forces tear you apart. You struggle to grab onto your belongings and your very self as you tumble down from the clouds. And then you are awake. Your eyes open once more. Your surroundings have changed. You are back on the pass outside of Carré in the twilight. It is as though the last 2 days had not occurred, except that you know the layout of the city and the whole matter of the spell lines. Walk on. You have not seen a living soul since you left the Svin. You were narrowly cautious when you round the bend. Alright, game. Alright, book. You want to play that? You want to play that way? Let me see. What do we got here? We got magical items. Let me look at things. Locket, tinderbox. Still got stuff here. Keys, copper key. Oh, and I got the line here. Magical items. Just double check my stuff. Rations, weapons. I have to do it all again. I did not expect that. Oh, I didn't expect that. I thought there was gonna be like a way around or through. I mean, I could have gone through, but no, we're not gonna let the city burn. Alright. I guess we'll leave that leave that here for today then, shall